All right, I am here on the hot seat today with an amazing streamer who actually streams a couple of interesting games. Two of them, one obviously is MSF, and the second one that I majorly seen play is Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Swampgrass, how you doing, man? How's it going?
Oh, not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes is my main game that I play almost every day on Twitch, so
Yeah,
good times.
I watched you a lot when I was still playing Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes when I was like solely into it. And then I found this bundle of fucking joy and I was like, it's just I think it's like a more simplistic version, I guess you could say, ish. I want to say it's not great. It's not great, but
yeah, I think there's
different.
certain things that MSF does a little bit better than Galaxy of Heroes and vice versa.
I don't know. Bugs seem to be great that Galaxy of Heroes seems to be able to go ahead and accommodate very fast. I mean, shit, they finally put out an upgraded version of Avengers Tower, and not even 3 hours, and bye-bye, it's gone. So I don't now if there have been reports of like bugs and stuff in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. What's like, is there any turnaround, or is it any like huge impact, or is it like boom, gone?
I would say like the majority of times when there's bugs in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, it's specific to like certain characters and stuff like that. Usually, it's rare that they like have major bugs, but there have been for sure. Like the game mode that everybody loves, Grand Arena. It's kind of like the Cosmic Crucible, like as far as PvP, and yeah, they've screwed up with that a few times where they basically nobody got to play for a while and then just skipped a whole season, and people were very upset. So there are issues here and there, but it does seem a little less frequent to some degree.
I think that's right around. There was a long period of time where it was like there was no Grand Arena, and I'm like, I don't know what to do besides farm these fucking nodes, and I really don't want to farm these nodes anymore. So, and then Conquest came along, and I was like, oh, okay, cool, but I don't really got a few of these characters built up to like coast right through, and I'm like, oh yeah, I think I'm gonna be on the really low side, so maybe not. But I did like the concept of Conquest mode. Concept of it was pretty interesting, but
yeah, I think the concept was especially good at the beginning because it was more just like just playing for fun of it, but then they added in like really meaningful rewards, and that made it harder. So now it's like everybody has to like grind nonstop for 14 days like there's 2 weeks off, 2 weeks on, and for those 2 weeks people are just nose to the grindstone. It's a little bit low quality game time, I would say. Like you're just autoing the same thing over and over for a couple weeks. It's not the most enjoyable game mode for sure.
You said autoing. Sounds fucking familiar for MSF.
Oh, yeah,
sounds a little bit interesting here. Simming these goddamn raids. But at least you get 2 weeks off, you know? We don't. Raids are every goddamn day. Forever. They're like just solely forever. And it's like we don't have the only option you have is a different difficulty. It'd be nice if it was like, cool, you give us incursion and something different, maybe an upgraded Ultimus where you can use whatever, but give us something different where people could just choose and be like, oh, we're not gonna do fucking incursion or even Doom today. You know what? We're gonna do this so we can focus just on that. And it's like, I don't know, but I do like the concept of Conquest. You can go different ways, whatever choice you want to make and stuff, instead of just going, okay, you're stuck in this lane because your actual alliance is telling you to, or you chose it because you have the teams that could do it. But then it gets kind of repetitious, and you're like, well, just tired of pressing buttons. I could press my wife's buttons all fucking night. At least there's something different that happens there. This is just boom, 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 and it's like, okay. Now, okay, so Gigabyte says the worst part of Swaga is mod cleansing and upgrading. It's RNG on top of RNG on top of RNG. ISOs are simple and straight to the point. Any
it's true. I do think that ISOs are more simple, but in that way, it makes me less interested in them. Like, I honestly don't care about ISO. If it wasn't a requirement, I probably wouldn't even engage with it at all. Because it doesn't really do much of anything as far as I can tell. Like, it does to some degree make your character stronger, but not a whole lot compared to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, whereas mods are everything. Like, if you don't have a character modded right, you might as well not even have them. So in that way, I do like mods quite a bit because it is, I don't know, it's fun to engage with. There's lots of it gives you a great advantage if you're good at it or if you spend a lot of time at it and stuff like that. Whereas ISO, not so much. It's more just another thing.
Yeah, the only problem I have with it is the speed part. The speed part is where it's like, holy shit. Watching characters go above 200 is like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, what the hell? Like, because it's a turn-based game. If it didn't have it in there, or it was like, if they capped it at a certain point, like 5, 10, 15 max, that's it. Boom. Because when I was playing it, upgrading the mods was RNG. When you upgraded it, it was like, boom, you saw the stat and you're like, fuck, I really didn't want that one. I really didn't want critical rate this one. I wanted something else. I wanted defense, maybe just to go ahead with the synergy part, but it was like, it was up for grabs. Has it changed a bit, or it's still RNG?
No, mods are more extreme than they ever were. Like, there's more versions of slicing, and it's just more and more. So I don't know, speed, like you said, speed is kind of broken. Like, it's like essentially the most important stat now that that's what you can change. But yeah, you can get, like, with certain kits and really great mod sets, you can get characters up to like 400 speed. It's pretty nuts.
What the fuck? What? Wait, whoa. Hold on. All right. Okay, there's... I like the fact that, you know, you can increase speed a little bit, you know, reduce it a little bit in MSF. We only got Doom that'll just pop you off with 300%, but that's one character at one specific time, and it feels impactful. Fuck that 400, man. I'd just be like, screw it, I'm throwing in the towel, man. You're gonna knock me out 4 times. He's gonna get 4 turns. What the fuck?
But actually, now that I think about it, there is a way that they've started to counteract the unbalance of, like, you know, how much speed affects the game, is that they've started adding squads that don't use speed at all. Some of them actually, speed is a detriment to their kits, so that's something that they started to do.
Okay. Wait, so, like, if they speed up or something, or they get that, it's something negative happens for the character?
Okay, so there's one character, she's one of the new, the new Night Sister. She is really great, but if you have her anything over 0 speed, it will be wasted. It just won't, she can't gain turn meter through speed. So that's one thing. She only gains turn meter through her allies dying, essentially. So, and but she's really awesome. It sounds crazy, but yeah, the way the kit works,
I'm trying to picture it. Like,
it is quite good. And
I mean, it's kind of okay. So it would, well, because with Sylvie's passive, but she only gains a little bit of speed, but she gains speed based on Loki's, you know, the drops dying. So when they die, she gets speed.
Right,
so it's kind of like that. So they die.
It is.
She gets speed.
It is kind of like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See, there's. Wow. Okay, it's a nice mechanic.
And then there's a different team, unaligned force users under Sir Junda. They're like, basically, it's however much turns your opponent is taking before you take your first turn is how much benefit you're gonna get from her unique. So you want them taking as much turns as possible before you go.
Swear to God, they better not start doing. I mean, there's only so much you can do with turn-based games and passives and moves and stuff, but it sounds pretty interesting with it. But I mean, the Star Wars 2 has what, tenacity. There's so many other stats there that I was like, I think when I saw MSF, I was just like, you know what, this feels like a scaled down stat system, and it's great. I didn't think about it going, oh shit. When you get towards a certain point and everything's max, it's like, okay, you guys have a bunch of stats that could still be manipulated over time, but now that it's scaled down, it's like, well, shit, what the fuck are they gonna do? But they're still coming up with outrageous ways to blind somebody or slow them down or put so many positive effects on them that it's like, wow, you're getting just shit faced, just right off the bat. Somebody's just getting done with.
It's true. Yeah, for a while there, Weaver was such a menace, right? Getting those charges and oh man, it was annoying.
Yeah, and defense. I wish they would just push plug and play characters out so we can figure it out and not give us the solution right away. Don't give us the option to beat it. Eventually, just throw it out there, and if we beat it, we beat it. Great. But don't be like, ooh, cool, here's Heroes for Hire, get fucked for 4 months, but here comes Weapon X. Boom. Yeah. You're done. It's like, I want to know how to beat it. I really don't. Now, Galactic Legends were just starting off when I was playing there, and then I got one character to Relic, I think 8, and then I was like, okay, this is some shit. This is a lot of shit.
Yeah, it's like, a long grind too, right? One comparison I always like to make is back when I was building my Galactic Republic team in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Basically, I was bringing them from low gear, maybe gear 8 or something, up to, at the time, like a really good Relic tier, which is Relic 5, and Relic 7 for Kenobi and Anakin. So I was working on that project. In that time, in MSF, I brought 5 full teams from like 0 to
Holy shit.
Whatever, gear 13 at the time was the goal that I was aiming for. So 5 to 1, basically.
Yeah, see, it's like I'm trying, like, okay, so it's like MSF versus Star Wars Galaxy. There's pros and cons to both, but it's like, you got to really look at which ones, I guess, which one you want to weigh in on. And it was like, I really like the lore of both. I grew up more on the Marvel side, reading comics, Star Wars. I'm a fucking 80s baby, so I had 3 movies to fucking deal with for quite a while. Sure, we had some cartoons and comics and shit, but there's only so much you could fight about with your boys for a good minute going, hey man, I don't know what to tell you, but they're all fucking, we don't know what the fuck happened after they left Endor, man. That's it. We don't know. We have no idea. They all rode into the sunset. Everything's great. Oh shit, now we got new movies. Yay, now we could say, oh, we got more animated shows. That's great. And I think the one thing that I don't want to give too much to Capital Gains because, you know, their ego will inflate or some shit. But actually playing some of the, or, you know, playing the actual, you know, parts in the movies or the shows in game was actually quite fun. Even though it was,
they do have some pretty
easy.
thematic stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh shit. I did jump on again when they were like, oh, they got the little set, they're doing a little thing for the Mandalorian. I was like, oh fuck, I'm playing right along with the episodes. This is pretty fucking cool. Okay, cool. I can play along with it. And it was, some parts were challenging, some parts weren't, but you were like, you know, I know how it's going to end, but don't mind fucking playing with this for a little bit and just watching Grogu just go, bye. Boom. It was pretty, I think they do that way better than MSF, which is just them coming across the screen going, here, read this. Pay attention. Hopefully you don't press skip. And then you press skip and you're like, well, the whole fucking story's gone. Hopefully somebody can tell us about it later. So
it's true. There's not too much thematic battles of any sort really in MSF.
I will say the animations are a little bit more explosive in MSF. They are really decent in Galaxy Heroes. They're pretty nice. But I do think MSF's art department is like, whoa, okay. They know how to do some shit.
Yeah, I
Hopefully
think
they
they're
didn't fire them.
miles ahead of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes in the art department for sure, I would say. Like some of those animations are just unreal how nice they look.
The ones for Robbie, they're hilarious. Freaking
Yeah.
zombie juggernaut, his fucking thing is just running around being like a big old blur. It's they know how to put some art down where you just go, you know what, I don't mind watching that in 1x speed for right now, as long as there's no timer. When there's a timer, fuck it, we need to kill. But if not, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, it's something I like to do on stream if I know like it's kind of the end of the battle, like this is the final move, whatever it is, let's watch it, right?
Yeah, just to have it there. Like, I got like 2.5 minutes. Screw it. Let's 1x this and bam, let's just do it. Just to see it.
Yeah.
Now, I pretty much didn't really jump on with the whole Datacron thing. I kind of know, but I kind of don't. So let's go with me being just dumb. What the hell is a Datacron?
So essentially, first of all, it's temporary. It's a temporary increase to a team. So they're kind of gated behind. Okay, so first of all, to acquire the materials, you can either spend like real life hard cash, or you can use your shard shop currency, which is kind of like your Ultimus, sort of a runoff from your 7-star. Whatever characters, and so there's that, but you're kind of sacrificing gear when you're using that for it, and then so that's how you acquire the materials, or through conquest, which is the mode we were talking about before that used to be really fun, but now it's just really grindy, and so they actually have made it quite acquirable through that. If somebody wants to use Datacron's free to play, all they gotta do is just spend their entire life playing Conquest, and then you'll have enough materials to use all the Datacrons. And then, so essentially what it is there's 3 different tiers on these Datacrons. So there's the tier 3 upgrade, the tier 6 upgrade, and the tier 9 upgrade. So at tier 3, that's for like a minute. Well, okay, so they're kind of changing the requirements, but originally it was Relic 3 or higher to use anything tier 3 or up. Relic 5 or higher to use anything tier 6 or up, and that's for the full team, not just one character, full team.
Oh my god.
And for the level 9, it'll be one character specific. Like, it'll give a boost to one specific character, which are generally quite impactful. Not always, but some of them are very impactful. For that, the character had to be Relic 7 or better. But the rest of the team can be Relic 5 or Relic 5 or higher.
That's like it's gating everything, but
yeah.
But you said, but it's temporary, so it's like a just there just for a little bit. Okay.
So yeah, each one is about, I think it's, dude, I'm gonna get the numbers wrong here, but I want to say like 3 months approximate per set is how long you get to have that, and then when that goes away, it gives you a portion of the materials back. So not very much. I want to say it's around like 40%, 30%, something like that. So you do get some return on what you have spent, but it's nothing significant. And so the other thing that they did change though is the requirements. Like I was saying, it was Relic 3, 5, and 7. So the 2 most recent sets, they made it Relic 1, or maybe just Relic 0, like Relic G13, and then Relic 3, and then Relic 5. So that's a little bit easier to digest right there.
Yeah. Oof. Well, I mean, at least they give you some of the stuff back. Scopely ain't giving you nothing. You're just like, well, you spent it. You're done.
Well, at first too, like the way the economy was, essentially what I was doing is just spending all my shard shop currency loading up, even if I'm not going to use the materials, because it was limited how much you could acquire at a time. Because the shop would be like, I think it was like once a week it would refresh. So that was all you could get for that week, unless you
Okay.
spent. so there was that. But then now they changed it where it refreshes multiple times a day, and the economy is very different from that. But at first, it was like it was unreal, really bad.
Well, I mean, I think people just sometimes they lose the fact that hey, it's a company. They're here to make money, but you still should be able to, you know, kind of, I don't want to say cater, but at least allow a majority of your player base that it would be free to play, because both games are out there as free to, you know, you can't are free to play to start, which in retrospect now it's more it's not pay to win, it's more pay to get ahead, because you do have to know somewhat of the kits to beat somebody. You can pay all you want.
Yeah.
We have seen some people that have been massive accounts that just get fucking annihilated because, well, they just don't know what to do. It's like, well, how the fuck do you not? I believe if you spend a mortgage payment a month to play a game, you should at least know how to play the freaking game and not just press start. Just a little bit. And
spend a little bit of time reading kits, eh?
yeah, just a little bit. Now, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes kits. Strikeforce is trying to catch up because some of them are fucking books. Some of their passes are ridiculous. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Especially with the Galactic Legends. Those are, you know about those, right? It's like generally just massive requirement. It's kind of like Apocalypse, where you're building like a large investment to get that one character, right? But yeah, the kits are on those are, yeah, like you said, it's pretty much a book.
Yeah, I mean, well, the only big mess up with Apocalypse was that kit was made for like a year before when it started. They didn't go, well, we didn't really plan on Weaver. Shit. Let's go ahead and change this right now, because Weaver should not be taking out Apocalypse. Now Apocalypse can do the still okay, but there's no way that, at least in my head, that I'm thinking Ms. Marvel Higher Light should be able to just take out. It just doesn't make sense to me, but whatever.
Yeah.
It happens. Blah, blah. The one thing that I think Star Wars really just went full head in, and I think the MSF community would just be like, fuck this, I'm done, is the amount of duplicated characters you guys got.
Oh, yeah.
There is a shitload in there, and I'm like, how many Han Solos
MSF is diving into it now.
Yeah, they're getting there.
Yeah.
And it's like, holy shit, we got a bunch of Captain Americas, and it's like, well, you look at Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.
Yeah,
shit.
Now we have 3 versions of everybody's favorite character. Star-Lord, best Marvel character, right?
Oh, God. Who wouldn't love him, man? Who wouldn't love him? I would. I want all 3 of them, and I want all 3 of them maxed. And just so that way you could see him shake his ass a little bit in game when you're looking at him. It's just all Han team. Yeah, how many Han Solos are there? Like 4 or 5?
There's at least 5. There's at least 5, yeah.
See, now they're all on separate teams, or
yep, they're all on separate teams. Not really. I mean, you could sort of, but it just wouldn't be that effective. However, Chewbacca, there's, I think, 3 Chewbaccas, but there's something like 5 other Wookiees now. So now there actually is a Wookiee team, and realistically, you could run like a 3 Chewbacca team. It would take away from your Luke Skywalker Rebels and stuff like that, but it is doable.
There's like, how many characters are there out there now for Star Wars? 350? Over 350?
Not sure.
I think it's. I mean, Scopely was trying to catch up, and then they were like, maybe we should slow the fuck down, because
I think, yeah, for a while I thought that MSF had more characters because of the, just constantly releasing characters, and I was like, holy, there's no way they don't have more. But then when I looked up, it does actually have less than Swigga. So it's saying 176. I don't know if that's accurate for today though.
Nah,
Sounds wrong.
there was always more than them. It was just, they were catching up, and it's like, oof. You realize that there's 2 cat shows on. I mean, I don't know what's happening with it, but hey, whatever. Typically, the first Galactic Legend you get is General Anakin Skywalker. It was like getting APOC, but not as bad. Getting C or Jabba was as bad. Ooh. Yeah, I didn't stay after Anakin-ish, and I was like, this is rough. This is, like, really rough. But at least with, like, I think the relic process was just, ouch. Like, getting them up to 8 and 9 was like, wow, this is... And then, like, the requirements for the other Galactic Legends, when you open it, it was like, boom, 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 boom. And I was like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, and it just gets steeper and steeper, right? Because it's easier for people in the end game to do relics now than it was a year ago, right? So as it becomes easier and easier, they'll just have more and more higher requirements. So scales. Actually, there's Darth Revan has a capital ship now, and there's 3 relic 9s required for that, I believe.
Yeah,
so
see, I was always going like, wow, at least that was like something super separate about Star Wars. They had ships.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't.
Yeah, to me that is the most unique thing.
Yeah, I like the ships. The ships are crazy cool because you're like, wow, I remember those ships from back in the day. Ooh, the newer ones are there too, and they just keep coming out with more. And it's, I think they really pushed it on the ship side to make it look very, very unique. And essentially, if you tie it with the character that should control that ship, it gives that little bit of boost with it, and you're like, ooh, cool. So I could do both if I really want to max out this ship, or I could just say, fuck it, I'm just going to throw Chewie in here, and I don't really care if he's flying around this little ship, as long as we win. I just want to win. That's all I want to do. I just want to win.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Now, besides Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and MSF, is there any other games out there you're playing?
Yeah, right now I'm playing Mortal Kombat Onslaught. It's the same type of thing, like a hero collector, but it's really new, so it's like not a lot of game modes going on. Essentially, you're kind of just trying to build a good enough team to compete in arena as far as like what exists in the game today, because it's so new. But it's pretty fun, especially if you do like the Mortal Kombat characters.
Now, is it like the old school Mortal Kombat type, but on the on the phone and stuff, or
pretty much identical to Marvel Strike Force and Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, where you're just lining up on the battlefield, except for this one is more auto. I would say it's not like you're not picking the abilities. Most of their abilities are just automatically cast. The only thing you're selecting is the timing for the ultimates, kind of thing, or specials they're called in that, but essentially your ultimate.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask that if you heard about Dragonair.
Oh yeah. It is a lot like Dragonair. I mean, honestly, all those games are the same to me.
Yeah, well,
I played Hero Collectors for a very, very long time before MSF and Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes came out, so I kind of understand the formulas as they're coming out as well.
Yeah, I think watching Dragonair and maybe playing Dragonair would probably be two totally different, because I'm like, I like the turn-based part, but I like being able to choose. Just sitting there and going, okay, I gotta upgrade this character. Now I gotta figure out if I'm gonna take it into battle. Oh, you're gonna do it for me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that. But then, I don't know. It's been a while since I've played like a game where they, the AI will take it based on whatever I built up my team to. So it's like,
right.
I don't know. Onslaught sounds... Yeah. Mortal Kombat was always fun to me, but right there, I think that... Sure, the console side of it was okay, but I think the old school, just right there, arcade, you got to do it. You only got so many buttons, and don't touch them, because then they're going to be like, well, you fucked me over because you touched me, that's it, boom. I call cheating here, I call cheating, that's it.
Yeah, there's another Mortal Kombat mobile game. I don't know if it even really has a name beyond Mortal Kombat. It might just be called Mortal Kombat, that has been around for a long time. That is more of a classic arcade style of gameplay. But for me, the biggest thing with that game is it requires a lot of attention. Like if you want to be active in that game, you got to be really active. So I was like,
no, this is not.
for
It's
me.
not Cerebro, but he resembles him to a point. But Cerebro has a lot more gray.
Yeah,
And
sure.
I did say who it is. It's Swampgrass. If you were here earlier, you probably you need to get off your phone from taking a shit inside to take a shit and come and watch the stream, and you'll be all right. But it's Swampgrass. He plays both. His majority playing Swaga, so he plays Star Wars Heroes, but he does dabble in MSF, and he's got some decent knowledge on both sides of kind of saying, hey, he does play more Swaga than MSF, but there are some pros and cons to both, and some other games that he's playing. Have you played Dragon Air or no?
No, I haven't. I've checked it out. Like I've seen people play, but I haven't tried it out yet. I just got way too much stuff going on, but it seems kind of interesting. What's awesome in MSF that they have that is not in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes is a quit button that you can press it and it quits the battle. It's pretty awesome.
Yes.
I love it. I love it.
Oh God,
And even how in like different modes it'll give you options whether you want to retreat or quit the battle. Oh man, that's just that's premium quit action right there. In Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, if you want to quit a battle, you got to put it in airplane mode. If you press quit, they might play 4 or 5 animations and then you lose. So at that point, if you're in airplane mode, at least you can close out the game and restart or whatever. It's really, really annoying. So,
I think when I started playing MSF, they had the option there, and then I was playing both of them at the same time, and I'm going, all right, I really don't feel like dealing with this shit. Oh, well, I can't fucking leave here. What am I? Fuck it, I'm just gonna hard close it and just call it a day. That's all I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
It's like boom, it's out, it's gone, it's done. It's like, well, okay, cool. That's what I'm gonna do. So, it's they're two similar style games, but the company's got different approaches to the video game itself, and it's like another really good game.
Yeah, and I did notice that Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes is starting to sort of take notes of what Marvel Strike Force is doing. They added in a battle pass. It's exclusive to the Conquest game mode, but still that's something that they hadn't really done before, so I feel like they kind of did that because of Marvel Strike Force. Also, too, our newest raid, like the raids are a different thing in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes compared to Marvel Strike Force, or like a boss battle, right?
Yeah, I do like those.
The newest one, which is actually going to be gone soon, kind of a weird story with that, but they kind of made it like Scourge, where it's like you're doing your own thing. You're still playing with your guild, completing whatever you complete helps your guild, but it's also you get to choose your different difficulty level and stuff like that. So when that came out, I was like, oh, this is kind of like taking some elements from Scourge. So yeah.
I mean, I do like Scourge because you can do it on your own time. You can up the difficulty level, and it's a really interesting type of thing, and there's no currency to it to where you got to be like, oh shit, well, I got to wait for the energy to refresh so I can try it again. Nope. You keep playing it over and over and over again. They just don't know how to scale it past the 7 stars to make it more interesting for players that don't. Windstorm, if you want to ask questions, you can ask them questions.
But yeah, I think Scourge is a pretty awesome thing. Like, just, it's not like you can get a legendary without having to build the requirements. If somebody's really early game, they have a reasonably good roster, they can at least get some degree of shards towards the legendary, you know what I mean? Compared to just either you have the requirements or you don't. So I kind of like that aspect of it, especially for newer players and stuff like that.
Well, the other one was the hyperdrive bundle that could really progress some of your stuff ahead of time. And then MSF saw it and was like, "Oh, let's do the time heist," but it was like just a smidgen of your roster that will upgrade it. But it's a huge chunk that they take away from it. So it's like, oh, okay, cool. At least for these characters, they're gonna get pretty far, and it would save a buttload of resources, and they give you a buttload of resources in turn too. So, Winston wants to know, how long ago did you start streaming?
I'm coming up on 3 years in February, so a while.
Yeah, I think I hit the 3-year mark in December.
Okay.
Yeah, December, right before New Year's. So it's been a little while, but now.
But yeah, they just started doing these Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes that are really insane. It brings a character, no matter how much investment you have in them, 0 or you haven't built up. Okay, so for each pack, it'll be like, okay, so one is called BB-8 pack, which is, we're calling the SLKR pack, because you're basically buying a full GL for $10. $10, however many characters it is, fully to Relic 5. No, nothing else needed, just boom. Automatic Relic 5, $10. Boom. So wait, these packs are a little bit crazy.
Not 100. They just didn't drop the 0 for a second, because that sounds like something they do for MSF would be $100, but no, $10.
Yeah, it seems like they're just trying to like really do an aggressive catch-up mechanic. There are theories as to why they're doing this. They might be maybe moving past GLs to something even more heavier requirement, but yeah, essentially they released 5 or 6 packs with different characters in them like that. Some of them are a little bit more expensive. One of them is $30, but it includes all the ships for the characters, like all the ships for one of the capital ship events, as well as all the pilots, Relic 5. So that one was like $30, and that one's like over a dozen characters. Like, it's crazy value. And I mean,
MSF does it every now and then, but it's only like 3 or 4 characters, and sometimes it's they're really not on the same team, but then they're all over the place, and you're like, I really don't feel like building these fuckers. There's no reason for it, but it's $10 or it's $20, and you're like, well, no, forget it, no. When someone's asking, what game did you start streaming first? Let's try that.
Actually, when I started, I was doing 50-50 with the Galaxy of Heroes and MSF, but I was getting more traction in the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, so I was just enjoying that a lot more. Sometimes I'd be like, okay, let's drop my stream with 17 people, and then I'd go play MSF for 2 hours with nobody. So the balance wasn't really there, so I just started leaning heavier into the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.
I mean, I saw you jump, and I'm just like, I know about Crucible, but I don't really know too. I know about it. I know about Grand Arena. I remember playing it, but I never actually got to play the part where they started doing the 3-on-3, and I don't know how that would translate here. But the 3-on-3 seemed a lot more difficult because you gotta do it with just the 3. That's it.
Yeah, it's really annoying. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, no matter how much you study and try to figure out what's going to work great in 3v3, doesn't mean it's going to work. It's just, we have no real way to test it until you're actually in there. Man, it's just kind of, it's not the greatest. Not a huge fan.
Now, the raids you were talking about. So raids in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, it's actually like a boss battle. It's literally a big fat boss battle. And it was fun, but you could only do it once for that day or whatever, and you got to come in there just swinging. And if you weren't swinging, just like, well, okay, at least I got my points in. But then again, you got to depend on the rest of your guild to pick up the slack, hopefully. We were hoping. So yeah, that was
that was the old method, which was, yeah, they changed it. The new one, it's like I was saying, it's kind of like Scourge, where everybody's kind of like doing their own thing on their own level, and then your accumulative points for the guild determine which box you're gonna get, which prizes. But now it's like every 3 days this thing is launching, so you're like, fighting it a lot, and you only get 5 attempts, 5 teams. It's specific to certain factions, so that's another thing that's kind of upsetting to people about it, is this raid is going to be gone soon. Like, it's not going to exist anymore, and there's going to be a new raid that replaces it. Totally different characters, all that investment that people put into the characters for the Crate Dragon raid. Like, sure, some of them are great characters and they're going to be useful in other modes, but that game mode will be gone.
Sounds like Web Warriors.
Sounds like what, sorry?
Sounds like Web Warriors. Sounds like freaking Bionic Avengers. We built them all up, and then poof.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't.
Symbiotes. How much time did I spend investing in my symbiotes, and now they're practically unusable.
There's no reason. I mean, you could. I did pair them with Undying just to go in war. At least they give a bleed or two out. Yay! But now it's like, okay, we don't really need them, and it's like all that investment I put into it, especially back at the time where the investment was more time than a lot of the resources too, and it's like it should be. They should be somewhat relevant. Damn it! Like at least something. Yeah. Something with it,
especially like when symbiotes, when Scream and Anti-Venom dropped, I was very, I don't know, active in MSF, and I spent a reasonable amount of money to get them right away, and now that money is just straight down the toilet.
just down there, like, oh, so are you using your Anti-Venom? No. He's just sitting there looking white and pretty. Scream isn't screaming nowhere because they don't do any of that. So it's like, hey, I don't know. Now, is there characters over at Swago where you're just like, well, fuck, they're never getting used again? Or do they do reworks?
But I think it's kind of less. Like, for instance, Geonosians is a team that's like early game kind of a staple, really important for early game modes and stuff like that. Once you get into the end game, there's just, hundreds of teams that counter it, and it's just like there's no real point in using them for anything. But they don't really do as good of a job as MSF with the reworks, I would say. Like MSF, how they kind of take that aren't being used that well, slap a few new characters with them, give them a nice rework, they have a new rejuvenated life. That's something that they don't do in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes pretty much at all.
Oh, well.
Once a character's dead, it just dies.
That kind of fucking sucks. When was the last time you used your Phoenix team? Isn't that...
Oh, actually, okay, so I say that, but actually... I'm kind of wrong. They are starting to do that a little bit. So they brought in these lifter units recently that do lift up some of the less used factions, like the Phoenix. It actually today makes sense to heavily invest in the Phoenix Squadron, which is like Hera, Ezra, Kanan, everybody from Rebels, right? Except for Ahsoka. Ahsoka's not part of it. She literally has no synergy with them at all, even though they have the specific version that was in that show. But whatever. But she has gotten a rework where, so they started doing this thing called Omicrons that really reminds me of MSF because it's specific to one game mode. So kind of like how we have war characters and raid characters and stuff like that. This will be like an Omicron that's like a lifter for a character in only Territory Wars or in only Grand Arena or whichever game mode it's for. So they kind of lean towards that. But yeah, those lifter units I was talking about, that is kind of a nice thing that they've been doing because it does give new life to older factions, but I still think it's much less effective than what they do in MSF.
Yeah, I think I'd get... I mean, they're slowly starting to get there where they're going, okay, we could rework some, like, okay, we got Goblin coming out with Superior 6, but they're still tied to Sinister 6, which means they reworked a bunch of them that didn't get reworked, and I will admit, some of them look pretty fucking nice. Some of their stat boosts are pretty decent. They're not. Most of the Sinister Six is just like, eh. But Superior Six looks like it's just going to mollywop a shitload of teams. But you got to get them all. And unless you're planning to open that up, you're not going to get them all right away. But you could possibly use some of the Sinister Six in there. And using them in Crucible would be... I think next season with Crucible, it's going to be a little up for grabs now because they didn't really put too many specific traits in there, but they're trying to be more plug and play friendly. So you could be like, ooh, I want to use a bunch here or here. I'm not really sure about the tech and skill, but whatever. We're going to try and throw some stuff in there and see if we can blow some things up. Windstorm's asking, what Crucible League are you in?
That's a good question. But yeah, the Superior Six, I think that's pretty cool. I'm a huge fan of Spider-Verse villains, so yeah, it's awesome.
I think if at any point they wanted to make at least a quick cash grab, if they made a fucking costume with Willem Dafoe, some fuckers would buy it. Just to have Willem Dafoe in there, like, oh fuck, I'm gonna have Willem Dafoe come over here and just mollywop a whole Crucible team. Oh hell yeah. Just to show it. Like, yes, why? I don't know why they didn't do that before, but then again, probably didn't have the right to it because it's more Sony with them that they got it. But I would fucking ask. I'd be like, look, we're going to make a whole shitload of money from him. It'd be great. I'd bring him in and be like, let him do motion capture because at his age, he always wants to do shit. So let's bring him in here and ask him if he wants to do it. It'd be fun to try. Yeah. But I think...
So yeah, I'm in Gold 2 currently.
How was this week for you? It
was pretty good. I always face people much larger than me. I don't know. They must just be not as good or something because they're still in the same league. I'm fighting kind of the same guys a lot, and some of them are like 10 million higher than me, or really really big punch ups. And sometimes it's difficult, sometimes it's really not, and I get surprised. I'm like, how did I just smash that guy, It's huge.
Remember, you could have that huge team. You could waste all that money, and you have no idea the kits. And it's just like, dude, why did you spend all that money on that? You spent all this money to lose, to get your ass beat. Yeah. Like, I think it's... And some of us, yes, we are a little bit ego-driven, and we're like, yes, we want to see us 3-0 if we can. We could. But then it's like, oh, well... I spent all that money and I got my ass beat. Let me just go ahead and play my other game that I was playing today. Let me just go ahead and think about it. So, yeah, and Windstorm in MSF is... Well, Windstorm, he is very... He does nothing with... He tries not to go with the meta. He doesn't. He likes upgrading off-the-wall shit. And he says, fuck Scopely. I'm going to build up Fantastic Four because I like Fantastic Four. And his Fantastic Four are fucking G18, maxed out to the fucking wheels and shit. And you're just going, okay, cool. And he's just like, poof. Poof. He's just mollywopping some people. And it's like, okay, cool. Yeah. Well, I see the value in it. But there are just some characters that no matter how high you build them, the kits itself can still get beaten if you know how to do it.
Right.
I'm sorry, G17.
That's what I was.
My fucking bad. My bad. Not G18. G7. My bad. My bad.
Okay. Still a very big investment. Actually, that thing rework was kind of threw me for a loop one day because I seen a Fantastic Four team on defense and war, and it was pretty small. So I threw like, I don't even know, like, I want to say X-Force at it, and it was like a pretty big punch down, like 200k or something, and I got absolutely destroyed by just Thing. Everybody else died instantly. Thing totally destroyed my team. Yeah, so that was kind of interesting.
When we saw it, I'm just like, okay, okay, so we're gonna give Coulson somewhere else. We're gonna give Thing somewhere else because in the comics, yes, they were part of some new Avengers, little squads and shit in there. But we're going to bring them in the game. We're just going to take them away from whatever the fuck they're doing right now. And let's throw them over here. However, he still has the tag. Hoping they get a rework whenever Fantastic Four comes out. Which probably won't be till, after either King after I think King Dynasty or whatever. Whenever I think it's like 2025 or something. So they're not going to see the love for a minute, but he's already got them built. I'm afraid for those fuckers when he's just like, you know what? I maxed them out some more, and guess who's going to be mollywopping teams when this gets reworked right now? Well, fuck you, Windstorm. Just stay away from me. Because he's already put the investment into it. He's just waiting for the movie to come out. So
yeah. Yeah, one thing with Thing is he's kind of a blank slate, pretty easy to rework a character when every ability is one line. Just says attack for X amount of damage. That's it. There's no other parts of his kit.
Oh my god, and it's just like, that's it, boom, and you're like, oh well, fuck. I really didn't really think about this thing that you had on your defense here, and it, that thing just really beat the shit out of me. Great. God. Now, are you big into like the lore of Star Wars and Marvel, or is it just you were just whatever? Which
the
one?
lore of Star Wars? I actually do a podcast. I have two buddies, so we do a podcast every second Saturday. Everything about Star Wars, news, shows, whatever's coming out. Spoiler alert! If there's new shows, that kind of thing, and that's been really awesome. Like just nerding out about Star Wars. Marvel, I am really into it, but I don't necessarily know as much as some of the other people. I know I've on stream been called out a few times. I'll say something and they're like, actually in Wolverine 47, whatever. Okay.
Yeah, see, well, I mean, it's on both sides. You could just go, hey, you know what? You're trying to remember exactly what happened in either 1 or 2 seasons of the Rebels, and you're like, I think I fucking confused that shit with Clone Wars, and something just got fucked up. Or maybe I'm just remembering it wrong. I just can't remember all of it. Sorry, bro. But then again, same thing with the comics. The comics, there's obviously way more out there, and it's like, well, I didn't really read that particular one, so I have no idea who they messed with. And look, all I remember is that She-Hulk fucked somebody and the whole place went under. That's all I fucking remember. I don't remember every detail, all right? I just know some shit went down, and some people could be sticklers about it, and it's fine. Some people are really into the lore of either or. I was never really into
honestly
Star
with
Wars. Go ahead.
the movies, like the MCU, kind of made me chill about canon, basically, because there was so many things in the MCU that I'm like, oh my god, what are they doing to these characters? It's so frustrating if you care about it. So I stopped caring a little bit, and I do enjoy it a little bit more now that I don't.
I mean, it's long. I mean, if you don't got to fight about it, and you're just like, look, dude, I did see the movie. It was great. You know what's the best part? Fucking had some good ass popcorn, man. It was a fucking good story. At least I didn't get nobody. Nothing too bad happened, or we just went like, it's all right. There, unless you were at the last Thor, then it was like, well, I wanted to fucking leave, but I paid money to see it, so I'm just gonna stay through this shit. But whatever, it's okay. I'm surprised we don't got gore in the game, which is really fucking nuts. But whatever. Hopefully they'll probably bring them. They'll probably bring them out like later or whatever. But it's. I think the movies like for both. However, the most recent trilogy for Star Wars. I want to punch somebody in the throat. Like, come on. They really just needed to communicate there, because there was just the tone was all over the place for the last 3 movies. I was just like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, okay, it had a nice
pretty
start.
Major writing issues. We'll call it that.
Writing, directing, like someone needed to be right over everybody. Be like, look, this is the direction we're going. Look, Palpatine's back there. Leave that asshole back there. Create something from there, but then we can go further. Future people, future. And I was the first thing that got me hooked, because my dad was like, oh, we're gonna go see the new Star Wars movie. All right, Pop, let's go. So we go, we see it, and then I'm just like, oh shit, this motherfucker stopped the goddamn blast with his hand. Okay, I think he's pretty badass. But then further on, I'm like, he's starting to sound like a whiny little bitch. So he's not really scaring me no more. And then some of the other movies come out, and you're like, okay, cool. And then you see Obi-Wan, the series for that, and I'm going, that's how Vader should have fucking been, and that's how they should have did fucking Kylo as well. Made him fucking scary as shit, where you're just like, he gives no fucks, and just boom, done. And I was like, wow. Okay, these Filoni and Favreau knew what the fuck they were going for, and all of them know their direction, and it's like, okay, cool, let them keep going. So I'm just like, holy shit. Oh my god, did we lose him? No, we didn't. I think we did. We lost the grass. We lost the grass. Yeah, Discord just took a shit. Discord just took a shit.
I'm back.
There you are.
I think.
Yeah, it's
okay.
Discord.
Yeah,
is
my
just,
whole screen went black and everything. Holy.
I saw your face look for like, the fuck just happened, and then boom, it happened, and I'm like, what the fuck just went down? Like, come on, man. Like, what the hell?
Man. All right,
there it goes.
Here
boom.
we are.
Yeah.
You know what it was? I was trying to do MSF in the background, and then it started popping all these error codes.
You can't do MSF while you're doing other shit. MSF destroys and infects your system. No.
Oh, apparently.
Everybody knows it. Yeah. Oh, see? It's MSF that crashed everything. It wasn't Discord, it was MSF. Discord was fine. MSF said, nah, you're not going to be paying attention to other shit. You're going to do this. Come back to our game, damn it.
Yeah.
No, I think earlier Windstorm we asked if he did satellite. He didn't do it. He didn't do it before the Switch. But more than likely you're going to get compensation eventually. Hopefully. Yeah. Do you have a bunch of characters that are at 7/7 or no?
Maybe give her another that are at what, sir?
Pretty much. I feel like
7 red, 7 yellow, because that's the only way you can activate the diamonds.
Some degree.
Yeah.
Yes. I have I don't know, maybe 4 or 5.
I got happily a Scientist Supreme at 1 and just wanted to bash my head in the fucking wall. It's like, why the fuck did you let me? Shit, man. Like, why? Like, there's no. I didn't activate it. I was just like, why? Why the fuck is this a thing? Like, no, I don't want this. Jesus Christ. But I mean, they did give 1 free out, and then you get more from when you play Sword Satellite. And I will say it is a bit more difficult than regular Tower, which I do enjoy.
Nice.
But it's still the same setup, but it's not as many floors. But if you look at those last 2 or 3 floors, you're gonna be like, well, fuck, I want to take some Galactic Legends I got in fucking Star Wars Heroes, see if I can whip these fucking teams. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I data mined some of their stats, and I was like, nah. I'm top 50 is gonna beat those floors, maybe. Because some of those stats are ridiculous. They're just ridiculous. Now, when you get towards, because, Crucible, Grand Arena, almost-ish around there. They have their similarities, but they have their differences. There's nothing really, I don't remember there being any specifics to, like, Grand Arena. Like, there is Crucible tags. Like, you said there's the Omicrons, right? So, the Omicrons are used just for Grand Arena? This, like, scenario, or is it?
Yeah, so it is different. I definitely think that is something that they could incorporate into Grand Arena that would be pretty cool, like the node specific modifiers, I guess you could call them. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, essentially what they have right now is like certain characters that have Grand Arena Omicrons, which by the way are very expensive, like most expensive resource in the game. And like it takes months to get one. And well, I guess you can get lucky and get some good drops or whatever, but for the most part it's not a very easy thing to come by. So but yeah, in Grand Arena there are certain characters that are just insanely good with these Omicrons.
Now, is there more plug and play option, or is it like you got to use these 3 or whatever? Because it's like,
yeah, I don't know. I feel like in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, there's very little plug and play. Like for the most part, people have to be in their best team, or else they just are not really viable. but they are doing a little bit of plug and play stuff. Like for instance, Wampa. Wampa is awesome.
Oh, I like seeing.
He has the
It's
one
just
of the
Wampa.
better Grand Arena Omicrons where you can solo teams with him. Pretty much anybody that doesn't put tenacity down, he can smoke them by himself. It's pretty awesome.
Kind of sounds like Scroll right now. Pretty much put Scroll up there. Scroll's gonna fuck somebody up, and you're like, well, too bad. I think I just don't like the tag of defense on anything in MSF. It's like I want to play with the character and watch his moves go down.
Yeah.
Let me choose whether to throw his happy ass on defense. That's my thing. I want to choose, like, you know what? I don't feel like using you today. I want to use you, and you could go over there. But the tags of war defense, it's like you put them on defense, you're like, I don't really see them doing anything. Like, Heroes for Hire would be relatively fucking crazy on offense with their defense tags. But we only get to experience the hell that is Heroes for Hire on defense. Especially if they're insanely huge and you mix and match with somebody and you're like, oh, well, I wish they wouldn't, but they do this.
Yeah, one of my favorite things is that some of these really large players of this game don't know about war defense tags, and they throw it on defense and Crucible, and then next thing you know, you can beat it with your Fantastic Four or whoever.
People got to learn those kits. That's the thing. And
you're like, I see that. Heroes for Hire on defense. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, this is not... It's not going to work. I'm going to kill it really easy.
It's going to be destroyed very quick. And they're like, no, why didn't I win? Why didn't I... I think if they still had the replay... That's the one thing I did like about it when they had it, and I wish they would have kept it, is the replays. Watching the replays was like, wow, I can see what you did wrong, and then I can see what, oh, well, I should have did this. I didn't notice he got this proc. Oh, this is cool. I could do it. And it was like, ooh, and then they're like, well, we left the replays in, and it fucked up the game, so now we got to take them away. Like,
yeah,
come on, people.
It did seem to break some things.
Oh, it broke a few, and they're like, well, we're just going to take it away. And I'm like, now I really got to pay attention to this shit, huh? Now I can't tell what this guy did wrong, because all I could see is what he did, and I'm like, how did you not beat this? Like, how did that not work? So now the podcast you were talking about, that's what, every 2 weeks or so?
Yeah. Oh, it's called the Shadow Collective, by the way. Would you mind if I throw a link in chat?
Throw that link in the fucking chat. Yeah, throw that link in the fucking chat. Fuck that. I'd like, yeah, everybody likes clicking links. I got a whole shitload of links, and if I don't put links in there, Sledge will put links in there, and he's a fucking awesome ass mod. That motherfucker is a goddamn beast. Yeah, he plays that's one Street Fighter Duel is a game he loves playing, which I see is kind of like Dragon Air, where boom, you get them all beefed up, and boom, send them in a battle, and it's like, it sounds really fucking weird saying it, but I want to play with them. I want to play with the characters I build. Damn it, I want to play with them.
Yeah.
But like the podcast itself, so it's every 2 weeks. It's strictly
it's every 2 weeks. It's about Star Wars. I mean, sometimes, like for instance, 2 weeks ago, like because this weekend is the podcast Saturday. We try to do it Saturdays, but 2 weeks previous to that, there's just so little going on in Star Wars, and we were having a hard time coming up with content for the actual episode. So we just kind of worked on the production side of things, trying to make some better graphics, make some better scenes and stuff like that. So hopefully this weekend we'll have an episode for you guys.
Is it more of a are you more of the stickler side of like audio and video production, where you're like, that's kind of fucked up and I need to fix it? Or is it just like, you know what, we got it good. Hopefully nobody notices and we could just keep on running. We could just keep on trucking. Like,
yeah, for the most part, we fly by the seat of our pants for sure. It's pretty loose. Each episode gets better and better. That's how we roll, or try to.
We
had one episode this summer that the whole thing got destroyed, gone. So we basically just streamed to the people that were there live, and that was it. Like there was like maybe 2 people live, and then it was just gone in the ether. So
Yeah,
that
I mean,
was
it
pretty
does
cool.
get a little rough. It does get a little rough overall, but it's like, well, if we're doing it, we're gonna go all in, or we just say fuck it. And I figure, fuck it, just go all in. If it breaks, it breaks. It don't, it don't. If I can fix it on my own time, great. Unless I do want to do it on stream or something. And sometimes people like it. Sometimes they like seeing the back end shit, and sometimes they're like, you know what? I really want to see you fuck up somebody right now. I really want to see this. I need to see a battle, and I just need somebody's got to die, and I'm all for chaos, so I don't mind giving it to them. But
yeah, I noticed like some certain streams they'll be like doing a lot of backhand stuff, and people don't seem to mind it. For me, if something goes wrong and I start doing that, you just see the numbers going like down. I'm like, sorry guys.
Well, I mean, like, okay, so there's only one streamer that we have right now that does it religiously, because he's gotten to that point to where he makes it his full-time job. And Dorky Dad will do it on stream with everybody, infographics, editing, whatever. And it's cool, great, you have the time to do that. I don't have 6.5 hours or whatever to try and do that. So there's some days I do and some days I don't. All depends on my job. All depends on if somebody comes and button brushes me, or my daughter goes, fuck, I need help with homework. Fuck, well, I'm out, guys. Gotta go. Gotta go fucking deal with this. So it's like,
real life is the most important, right?
Hits you in the face. But it's just, oh, look at that, Breeze. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you, man. Yeah, I am, yes, Zero Cool Gamer with Swampgrass. But thank you, guy. Thank you, man. But I'm more on the audio visual production side. So when I see something fucked up, I'm just like, I gotta fix it, because if I don't fix it, I know that something over here is just wrong. You might not see it, but I know. I need to fix it. It's just bugging me, but that's the kind of things I like with it. Now, I was never a big Star Wars fan in the 80s, only, like I said, only because there was only so much you could fucking talk about before you're like, I'm fucking done with this shit. Nothing else I could talk about. Leia looked hot, we're done. Fuck this, we're done. Star Trek hit me and I'm like, cool. However, Star Trek did more shit, but then the story was and then Star Wars comes out and now they're resurging, and it's been really fucking great. If you had to pick one series that was live action right now that was probably your best, or the best, which one would you say is like on the top of the list?
The Mandalorian. Straight up. The best. Honestly, I like it better than some of the movies. Like, it's just so good, right? Or, in my opinion, so good.
The nice little twist at the end of the first episode, I was paying attention, but I wasn't paying attention to what they were going after, and I'm like, who is this old fuck that they're going after at this point in time, right now? This doesn't make any fucking sense. Didn't they say it's fucking, why is it a fucking baby? Oh, fuck, this is fucking, okay, you got my attention for a good minute, let's go. Let's see where this goes. And I was like, wow, they really merchandised the fuck out of him. That was holy shit, man.
Actually, there's a new Grogu coming to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, just announced earlier this week. It's the IG-12. You know, where he's with the...
Oh, where he's controlling them? Oh,
yes,
shit.
no, yeah. So that's coming to the game. That's pretty cool.
Oh,
people will buy it. People will buy it.
People are gonna buy Grogu. It's gonna be something. They're gonna be like, "Yep, I need to get that new Grogu." It doesn't matter if he's in there. Doesn't matter if it's a different version. But they got multiple versions now. No, I mean, see, like if the character's super popular, then yes, it feels like, great, okay, I could do it. Captain America over and over and over again. Nobody fucking asked for Invader Captain America. We did not ask for this motherfucker. Yeah. You could have picked anybody else. You could have picked, what the fuck? What was those fuckers with Captain Carter back then? There was a team with Captain Carter. I can't remember who the fuck they were. There was Dum Dum Duggan. There was like a bunch of them. And it's like, they
Yeah,
could
I
have
know what
brought
you're
them.
talking about. I can't think of
Yeah.
the name, but yeah.
I can't think of their name right now. Oh my god.
Well, the first thing
With-
I thought when I seen like more Star Lords come into the game, especially Annihilation, at least with T'Challa, it's a different dude. But like when that came to the game, I'm like, where's my Wolverines? I love Wolverine. There's so many versions of Wolverine that are fantastic out there. All we get is like lame
Costume.
Wolverine.
Costume.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks,
Yeah,
Ambassador
costume.
Al, for the raid, man.
That's another thing they kind of did dirty by Wolverine is that Weapon X costume with the big helmet on. Like Weapon X is one of the very cool versions of Wolverine. Like, oh man, could have been so cool.
Yeah, they kind of were just like, you know what, we're just gonna go half-ass duty on this today. So we'll just give you this oversized helmet, these oversized belt that he's got, and it looks like he's just.
Like
it looks like he
hanging
got.
off and...
Yeah, it looks weird. It looks like somebody stole his pants and his shirt from him going to work at fucking like as a plumber or something, and he just happened to just get stolen everything. His clothes got stolen, but his stuff is still there. So I don't know. Winstrom's asking, who's your favorite Sinister Six member? Are we asking like in game, or are we asking like favorite Sinister Six member, like lore wise? Windstorm.
That,
so we could be,
that is a good
I guess
question.
we could do both.
I have two separate answers for sure.
All right, fuck it, we'll go both.
So lore-wise, Kraven, because I'm a hunter myself, and his story is so good, so good. Just love that guy. He's awesome. So I'm really glad he's coming to the game. Trying to think in game who I guess in game Doc Ock is my favorite since he's usable to some degree.
Well, no, he was actually quite good in the last two nodes, the legendary nodes, the first two legendary nodes of DD6. He was actually quite good. Those regens just kept popping up, and I was like, these guys are never gonna get low on health. This is going great. However, in the next two legendary nodes, I keep subbing him out. So I haven't beat it yet, but he seems to be just a little finicky. So I'm like, maybe not. But his rework was actually quite nice. He got a nice little stat boost there. And I'm like, oh. And then I looked at Shocker, his summon thing. And I was like, Shocker was the first one. I'm like, how the fuck does Shocker got 1.2 million health? Holy fuck. Like, Jesus Christ. His summon comes in at 1.2 million. Like, okay, cool.
Wow.
It's not as good as Fury's minions, but decent enough.
Still an upgrade, right?
Yeah, still a definite upgrade.
Yeah.
I wasn't planning on building him, but I was like, you know what? He's the closest in gear. Great. And then they're like, Doc Ock's getting a rework. Well, fuck. G18 this guy is for sure. I'm not going to switch on this guy. Let's go ahead and do it. So I do like Doc Ock. I do like the No Way Home costume, though. The No Way Home costume looks a lot better than the other one that they had, where it looks more comical-ish.
Yeah,
it's like,
sure.
Okay,
sure.
I like that.
Yeah, I think the only thing I like about the original costume is like the face looks like the comic books, like the body, like the bright yellow and stuff. I could do without it could be different, but like, yeah, that face to me is like classic. That was one of the biggest things with Electro. Electro was a really cool character that I loved, like from Sinister Six, and then I've never even heard of a female Electro, so I just lose some of the whatever fan value there.
A little hype for it, like, yeah, Electro. Wait, he didn't have tits the last time I saw him. Like, why did he I don't know how this happened. Like, okay, cool. But yeah, there was a female Electro afterwards, more recent. It's like, oh, okay, I guess we're going that route. Guess we're gonna go ahead and put a female in there. But hey, whatever. I'm cool with it. This is fine. And she got a decent rework, which hopefully pushes her forward. So it's like, ooh, now you got to rethink. Like, should I? I did spend a little bit on them. I stopped. But should I do it?
I think mine is actually level 1, so.
You know what? There's a lot of there's some players out there that just have straight needle dick rosters where they're just like, fuck it. I haven't even taken like 20 or 30 characters past level 1. I just have them, didn't even they're at 1, they're fine, boom, but they're never getting anything because they're not useful to them right now, and unless they get a rework, and it's like
Yeah, that's pretty much me.
Yeah, I
Pretty
nope.
much.
I was dumb enough to, actually I wasn't dumb enough. I just didn't know about YouTube and Twitch when I started Swampgrass420, so I was just building whatever the fuck that was coming along.
Yeah,
and then
right.
I found it, and
At least,
I found
at least I think in Marvel there is some value to that, whereas in Swigga, it hurts you, right, to have too far of a spread. Whereas in MSF, it does seem valuable, like at least in Blitz, at least you got more Blitz teams that way. And
Ooh, you hurt. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. I don't know. That hurt. Who the fuck's that? Oh fuck, Blitz. I'm so good. You know what? That is probably the big positive of Swaga, that they don't have that don't have something like Blitz in there. Anything like that's some type
remember
of
when we used to have to
play
play it? That was awful.
That's, well, I mean, 5 to 10 teams, okay. When it got to 20, I was like, by the time I'm done with 20, I got what, like 20 minutes to maybe go take a piss, shit, go get some food, and boom, I gotta restart my timers again, because now I'm gonna start, the 2 hours is over, and it's like, no, this is not working, I'm not doing it. And then they're like, cool, so now we'll give you sim, and it's like, well, you could have did 1 hour instead now, or just taking it all off and let us do 8 straight and just be done with it, or wins or something. But this sim thing where it's every 2 hours is not. God, I just want to bang my head against the wall and just say fuck it.
Yeah.
Just say fuck it.
Yeah, I
It's
definitely
not-
don't
it's-
play
mm-mm.
Blitz. Like I do, but not really. Not really.
I mean,
If there's a Blitz
if you-
milestone character,
yeah.
like if there's a character that you have to Blitz for milestones, I'll say, I guess I'm not getting that character. But I'll get him later.
Fuck them, I'm done. It's not happening. This is not happening today. Nope, I'm not gonna do this. Not gonna do this at all. Not this one. Oh my god. I think, well, both companies have their ups and downs, and you're like, okay, if this was Raid Shadow Legends, both games probably would have fucking tanked, because it's like we don't really have any big investment either in the lore, the character, or anything. It's like, however,
Yeah, I'm
Raid
always
Shadow Legends
surprised
just
by
keeps
the
going.
success of Raid. Like Raid is, surprisingly
Still around.
successful for building their own IP, right?
Like they
Crazy.
built it. Sure, they brought in a few, every now and then they'll bring somebody in to promote it. Here, do it here
Yeah.
and there, and yet still fucking around. Like, I'm not saying we should copy their format, wholeheartedly.
It'd be pretty
Maybe we should
cool.
fucking look
It'd be
at
pretty cool if MSF or Swigga started bringing content creators into the game like Raid does. That's pretty gnarly. I could get behind a Swampgrass character. Let's go.
I mean, there already there is a couple characters in lore that do. Oh, I don't know, swamp something. Oh, wait, yeah, there you go. There you go. I mean, you can fully deck yourself out in green and be like, bring me to the fucking game. You already have the character. You know what? Just make me a variant. Be fine. Bring me out afterwards.
Yeah,
Boom.
a costume.
Instant promotion. There you go. A costume. Like, and then you could just go, you know what? At least I know 50 people that I'll tell them, download this fucking game and have some fun with this character. 'Cause guess what? It's me. It's me.
Yeah.
I'm in the game. Go play the game for a little bit. Damn. Yeah. I mean,
that really took me by surprise because I do play Raid a little bit, like very, very casually. Pretty much every time I log in, there's some kind of new legendary giveaway because that's their new thing. But I logged in one day. It's like, play as this content creator, Ninja. I'm like, oh, I know that guy. He's a Twitch streamer, and he's in the game. There's a bunch of Twitch streamers in the game, so it's pretty cool.
keep getting promotions for that to go play it for a little bit. Maybe I should do that. I don't know. I watched it. I watched a couple streamers doing it, and I was just like, I don't know if I don't know if I'm feeling it. I don't know if I'm feeling it. I want to.
Yeah, the
gameplay
gameplay is very boring.
That's why, and I'm like, I need to be. I want some type of gameplay with it, but It's just like, I don't know. But if they put you in the game, what do you think you'd have what kind of moveset you think you'd go with? They got you.
Yeah, it'd have to be some kind of hunting stuff, like maybe I don't know. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Maybe something with hunting, pulling out a shotgun, laying them to waste with a shotgun, something to that degree would be pretty awesome.
Like, bam, done, boom, passive. Pick up the gun again and shoot you again. Bam, there you go. Oh fuck. Now I see the 420. Is that along the lines as well? Are you
yeah, so
420
420 is definitely my lifestyle, but yeah, I don't know. It could be part of a character. I would be down for that. Have a little smoke billowing out of the ears or something, you know?
Because there are a few in MSF that dabble in the occasional. Well, they know more about it than me. I don't, but they do dabble in a lot of different stuff. There is one character. There is actually somebody in. I don't know if he's here yet, but there is Bag. Yeah, Beetlejuice. He's very, very 420 friendly. Sledge as well. Very, very, very 420 friendly. He usually has. Every now and then he'll have some streams where he shows what he's growing. He's growing. He definitely shows some good stuff.
Nice.
There is another MSF guy, Bag. He actually has his own shop. He actually recently just opened his own shop, and it looks fucking nice. Fucking nice. And I'm like, if I did, I'd go. I'd fucking go. But I'll promote your shit for you because it looks fucking nice. But there's me, I can't do it. My lungs are shit. I'll probably die. I don't need to die. Yeah, not me. So I'll just drink. Yeah. I'll fuck up my liver. My liver will be good. That'd be fine.
Yeah,
good with that.
For me on stream, I don't really dabble into the 420 aspects of things just because I do a very all ages show. Like, I don't even curse or anything really on my stream. Just keep it clean. Mostly just because I do have some younger people that hang around, and that kind of like, I don't know, inspired me to just lean more towards a clean stream because like for me, if I'm streaming to all these kids and their parents walk in the room and they're like, "What are you watching?" Next thing you know, they can't watch me anymore, and yeah, nobody wants that, right? There you go, Mr. Clean. There's the emoji right there.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. We MSF, we know that there are some young kids out there, but majority of the streamers do have it out there. Hey, it is going to be some adult content. There is a couple of there's like Valleyflying. He literally does any streams that is just all ages, unless he loses Crucible, and then he just loses his shit, and then all shit goes away. But he still keeps the button. He still gives you the beep where you won't hear him swear. But,
yeah.
But then again, if he loses bad, the beep just misses, and he's like, "Fuck!" Oh, beep. And he's like, "Well, and it's cool. It's cool like that." But we did have one. So his name is Damien Dog, and he literally told everybody he was 10 years old. Yeah. Oh shit! Yeah. There you go. Like
he said, "I'm 9." He kept saying, "I'm 9."
I'm 9. Just PvP me, mod me. We're like, what the okay, we understand, bro. You want to play the game, cool, but follow along with everybody that's going. Nobody else is doing it. And then it just became a whole fucking thing, and everybody's like, oh, okay, cool. But we're like, all right, cool. If we do get any other younger players that are a little bit more pushy or eccentric, let's just give them the benefit of the doubt and let them, we'll try to encourage them to try to keep playing the game. Unless their mom takes their phone away again, and then we never hear from them again because we don't know what the fuck happened. So
yeah, right.
I think, I don't know. I think with, I don't know. Y'all know.
Yeah, no, exactly what you're describing is like a large percentage of my viewer base. So I definitely know how to, just let them do their thing, let them be excited and everything. Try not to, be mean to them or anything like that.
Yeah, just, they're kids. They don't really know a lot of the logistics between what the gaming world is and a lot of the adults and them saying this and then saying that. Just let them do it. But if you keep coming in there and just spamming a bunch of shit, then we're going to have a problem there, bro. You just need to calm your little ass down just a little bit. Just a little bit. We're running a show here, We're trying to film a show here. Calm down. Oh,
yeah,
God.
one thing that does happen a little bit is I'll say something, I'll be like, oh, I think it's like this. And then they'll take it as fact, and then they'll go talk to another streamer. They'll be like, oh, Swamp said this. And then they're like, well, Swamp's a liar. Now they got this guy who doesn't like me. And I'm like, dude, I didn't even say that, right?
Throw your ass under the bus like, well, Swamp just said this, dude. It is pure fact. Swamp said it. It's definitely fact, man. Definitely fact.
Exactly.
No. Oh God, man, this is Jesus. Well, it's getting. Oh, we're around 1.5 hours. If you guys got any questions, please push them out for Swampgrass. We could ask them here while you guys are here. Juice is here, so those essential questions might come along somewhere around the line. He finally showed up, but he was a 47-year-old man trolling.
Yeah, I actually did know that. He told me that eventually. I was like, dude, you have me tricked all this time. I thought you were 9. Oh my gosh.
Are we sure it wasn't Rello? I mean, my man. Baka's
that could be the trick too. It could be actually a 9-year-old saying they're 47 too, right?
Mm-hmm. We don't really know unless we really see a face and put to it. Like the guy that rated me, Ambassador Al, I didn't know he was that old. He could technically be him, but now we know his face, and we're like, shit, okay, well, it ain't him, because, unless he's trolling in his own chat, and he's trolling in mine, and he's trolling in somebody else's all at the same time, you must have some good finger skills to be trolling out the whole goddamn community right now. But, hey, okay. Ooh. Now, when do you normally, you got a normal stream schedule and stuff, or...
So I do, but it's crazy right now because it's hunting season. Like I was saying, I do a lot of hunting. Yeah. So past because of streaming, well, not fully because of streaming, but partially because of streaming, I didn't get out at all last year. So this year I'm trying to really make as much of an effort as I can to, really get hunting as much as possible, utilize the season. And so my streaming is suffering a little bit because of that. But normally I'm out there Monday to Friday, 6 p.m. till 9 p.m. Eastern, playing Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. And Monday through Wednesday doing the Cosmic Crucible right after the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes stream. So kind of 9 to 10, 9 to 11 kind of thing on those days, Eastern time.
Well, now we got a question relating right back to the fun part. Do you bow, rifle, or shotgun hunting?
So I do waterfowling, which is geese and ducks and stuff. That's all with shotgun, and grouse as well. I hunt that with a shotgun, and I do also hunt big game, so that's all with a rifle.
Now, do you show any of the fun stuff on stream?
I don't, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of tough because when I'm out there in the wilderness, I'm not even thinking about my phone or my camera. It all just goes in the tent and stays behind. It's yeah.
I would say that the option for it. Yeah, I would say if it became the next step up to okay, cool. I'm going out more hunting. But I at least want to document some of it. You always get a GoPro or something. Always have it on and be like, well, boom.
Yeah,
come home.
It would be
here's
awesome.
Here's what happened. Here's what I found. And people will be like, well, holy shit.
Right. Yeah,
but
I definitely would love to, especially the waterfowling, the goose and duck hunting, because it's very action-packed. It's like Pearl Harbor out there. You're
the fuck?
knocking them out of the sky. It's it's action. It's action for sure.
Okay.
Actually, I just seen a guy on a hunting show recently who was in Pearl Harbor, and he was like, I've been in some pretty exciting duck blinds, but believe it or not, Pearl Harbor was even more exciting than that. I'm like, that's funny.
Okay, I'm just treat me as dumbfounded as hell. Waterfowling.
Yeah, just any birds that live on the water, so ducks and geese mostly. So basically, there's several different ways to hunt the waterfowl. One of them is to like kind of perch on a shoreline of a lake or a swamp grass, sit down in the swamp grass, and
Swamp
as they
grass.
fly in to feed or move from fields to the water, then you get good shots at them. That one's a lot easier because a lot of your shots will be when they're on the water. The only thing that's tough is kind of retrieving the birds once you've knocked them down in the water. But then geese lean more towards field hunting. So you essentially need to know where they're going to fly. Lots of different ways to find out, but it all requires a lot of footwork. It's not something you could look up online. You gotta figure it out for yourself. And that one's just awesome because they're just flying over in, dozens or sometimes even hundreds, and you're just letting rip on that shotgun as fast as you can. Great.
See that sounds fun. Although my happy ass would fall over. It'd be a bad fucking day. Definitely not going through the fucking grass with my crippled ass. I'd be like, no, I'll just y'all go ahead. Y'all, you know what? Put me in a tower and let me help from up there.
Although I gotta say, some of these geese though, I think they're working for hella. Cause yeah, I've definitely had an encounter with a zombie goose before.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, you knock it down, and I mean it falls hard out of the sky. Like it's it should be dead. You see it kind of moving over there, and you're like, okay, I'll have to grab that later. At the end of the day, you go to grab it, it's still alive, running around. So maybe you'll hit it with another shotgun blast. Its head is completely turned into mulch, still running around. So jump on this thing, take my knife, remove the head. And it's still fighting. It's still trying to get up. I'm like sitting on it. It's trying to push me off. I'm like, holy, this is like probably 20-30 minutes of fighting an undead goose.
Dang. So forget Greg, man. You know what? The goose is the one it's the fucking goose. And I worked hard to kill this poor bastard twice. So definitely going to eat him. Definitely going to have fun with that. Damn, man. Shit. No, man,
it's crazy.
Like I'm thinking about it. Like, okay, so you said waterfowl. So are you on land? Or are you in a boat? Or are you both? Or is it like?
You can do it from a boat, but it can't be with a motor. So essentially paddle only. I haven't done it myself, but essentially the two things that I do is either sitting on the edge of a lake, or in my buddy's field. That's it's kind of a flight pattern in between the town and the city. Like in between the bodies of water there. So honestly not the best because they are breathing in lots of pollution and all that kind of stuff compared to like out on the lake. They're maybe a little bit more grain fed, so to speak, but it's all grain. They're all eating grain. It's fine.
I mean, yeah, still. I mean, eating an undead fucking goose and motherfucker just won't die. He just keeps coming alive. It's like, you know what? I already got your head off. If you're still gonna get up and run, fuck it. At least I got you at the house. At least I got you here. Shit. Now, like, how many? Like, are they like really fucking huge or small or?
Hold on. I'll see if I send you a picture of the one I got last week. Goose I got last week.
You see, like shit like that. Like I said, man, that should be interesting. Going, all right, well, this is what happened over the weekend.
Yeah, that zombie goose. I don't know if that would be very recordable because, like I was saying, I went over at the end of the day, so essentially it's really dark at that point. But here's a picture.
Well, still, you'd basically
my
just
goose
be sitting
from
there
last
going,
week.
Let's see. Poof. Holy fuck. What's this? Jesus fuck. What the fuck? Alright. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? I just want a picture. I want a fucking picture. Here? Boom. 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 Damn!
Yeah. Yeah.
God damn! Damn! Those aren't some small catches. Those are
No.
those are a little big.
Those are big ones.
Wow. Some good eating? Some good eating there?
Oh, for sure. I mean, honestly, it's an acquired taste. Like it's like if anybody's had like goose from like a store like Chinese market, a lot of them have those farm geese and stuff like that. Hutterites around here sell geese and stuff like that. That stuff is a lot better tasting than the wild geese because it's wild, man. It's gamey.
Yeah,
It's got like tastes a little bit swampy, you know.
Well, I mean, you know, look.
But there are ways to like take away the gaminess. To like you can use buttermilk to sort of extract the fat from the meat and throw the buttermilk away, and then you lose some of that gaminess. Or you can use like citrus, like cranberry and oranges and stuff like that. It kind of masks the gaminess, stuff like that. So there are tricks.
You know what? I'd just say fuck it. I caught it. I'm eating it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You know what?
That's what I do. I just salt and pepper in a pan. Give her.
You're gonna, dude. I had to kill you 3 or 4 times today, dude. You're fucking getting eaten. I don't give a shit. Just salt, pepper. Fuck that. You're getting eaten with a slice of bread. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
You got to get eaten, bro. But, dude, that is. Yeah. But how long?
Yeah,
how long do you like? How long is like a day for that? Like, is that like a couple
So
hours?
for that.
You know?
For that, like for the geese hunting, the thing I love about that is I can kind of go after work and just catch the sunset. Basically, the last hour or two before sunset, as they're flying back to their, you know, their homes for the night, so to speak. And yeah, that's a nice quick one. Another way to do it is like first thing in the morning, first light of the day, which is, you know, not always easy to get up that early, like 4 in the morning or something when it's dark. Get down there and wait for the sunlight, but it can be very productive when you do that. You can usually get a lot of birds.
Now, is it like, okay, so you go, how many times a month you do this? Like every weekend or?
So this month I've been kind of like 3-4 times, and actually I went out yesterday and completely got skunked. Didn't see a single bird all day. It was awful. Well, all day, a couple hours. But yeah, that kind of sucks when that happens. But then
but it's
coming
rare,
up soon,
is it rare or no?
Yeah, it is kind of rare. Usually when I go out, you tend to get a lot of action, for sure. Soon I'm going out to my brother's doing a week-long hunting trip, so I'm going for the first weekend, including the Monday, and then I'm going to Mexico for a week right after that. So that's going to be 2 very extreme difference. Camping out in the cold for 3 days, and then going to Mexico where it's beautiful.
Warm up and shit, and be like, yeah, so we were freezing there, but man, holy shit, all inclusive today. All right, where is Swampy located?
In Canada. I'm actually in Calgary, Alberta, guys. It's like the Texas of Canada, pretty much.
Oof. See, Canadian goose is good wild fall to harvest. Oh. Canadian goose. Yeah.
It's pretty much the biggest. It's pretty much the biggest goose out there. There's another one that we get here quite a bit that you are allowed to kill 50 a day. 50 per day. It's a little bit smaller than a Canada goose, but still a very substantial size goose. 50 a day. It used to be unlimited, so they brought it down a little bit to 50 a day.
Did they notice the population down or something, or is there like?
Oh no,
billion...
the population has been insanely out of control for snow geese in I don't know, last 20-30 years. Like if you see a flock of Canada geese, it might be anywhere from 8 to 40 geese. If you see a flock of snow geese, we're talking like 10,000, 30,000, like massive flocks. Like you can't even hear yourself think if they're close to you. That's how loud it is. They're
It's not
crazy.
a fucking flock. That's a gang. That's a fucking. That's an army. What the fuck are they talking about? Flock?
Like they can wipe out your like whole field. Like if you're in agriculture, you have some like, you know, wheat crops, and those snow geese land there, you don't have wheat crops anymore. It's crazy how out of control they are.
Shit. Yes, gnomes, you can ask whatever you like. He knows he's in both communities. He knows what's up. So they can shit bombard the entire highway. I mean, yeah, if it's like 10 to like almost fuck, dude, that's a mini army. It's literally a mini army, and they probably give no fucks. They're just like, you know what, we're attacking you and everything about you. Oof. Oh
well, especially like the first year, like of their lives, they're adolescent geese, so they just devour everything they see. They eat. They're insane. And somebody was saying in the chat they usually get 5 or 15 per person for like Canada goose. That's normal, but snow geese, snow geese are insanely rampant as far as their population.
But basically, they're like, you know, city rats. They just keep fucking, and there's just so many of them. They're just like, fuck it, whatever. We don't know how many there is, but god damn, it used to be unlimited. Like,
yeah, unlimited. You could go out and just bag as much as you want.
Like 50 wasn't enough. Like, you know what, bro? We're gonna do 75 to 80 today. You know what? Fuck it. 150 sounds good. Like, how the fuck do you? I mean, like, okay, sure. I'm like the size you showed there. Like, it was pretty fucking huge to begin with.
These are these are a little bit smaller than that. Think like 10-20% smaller.
Still, even if you just. Okay, it's me and you in the pickup, and then we're going. Like, we're just gonna bag. Oh, I don't know, 65 today. What the fuck? Like, and then you're just like, okay, well, I could see people making.
And now you got to process it all too, right?
Yeah, you got to do the work for it, unless you know you're an actual.
Yeah, no, you actually
company.
can't make a business out of it. Well, you can make a business out of the hunting of it, but you can't sell the meat.
Shit, I'd sell the business. Fuck it, I'd sell the business of fucking hunting that shit. Let's go, bro. We're gonna go bag like 1,000 of these motherfuckers if you can. You know, fuck it. Damn, dude, that's ridiculous, man. Fuck.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, if you get a chance, like, I know it's hard to remember these things after an interview like this, but if you remember to look up like a flock of snow geese, oh man, it will blow your mind.
Like, I think about like seeing. Whatever, if you want to call it or whatever, flying up in the air, you know, a nice little flock of ducks or whatever, a flock of birds just rolling on by. And there might be, I don't know, max 10, 12, if. And, you know, they're doing their little thing and they're dipping the fuck out. Yeah, that's a fucking army. It's literally an army. That's an attack army in the air that's like, boom. Like, oh my god. Oh wait, can't sell wild game here either unless it's already cooked. Where are you at, Gigabytes?
Oh. Yeah, I never thought about that. If you can sell like sausage and stuff, maybe it's possible.
It's cooked. Damn, dude, that's. I mean, the whole process of it. We're like, all right, cool. We go at this time. We bag a few. I'm feeling great, but like, okay, bro. You know what? Just today, we're just gonna get like 30 or 40 of these motherfuckers, and we're just gonna go home after that. Like, I don't see. Shit, man, that's a lot. Fuck, man. Then it was unlimited. It was like. How big was the fucking population of these motherfuckers that you could just go unlimited? Like,
that's the thing too. Like where I see them, you might see like a flock of like maybe 2,000 or 3,000 max. Like would be the big flock. But if it's when more so if you go north, the more north you go, man, these things are crazy flocks. Crazy. Actually, I seen a video of somebody. They're in like one of those big duck blinds where it's all set up with like there's a kitchen down there, there's like 40 or 50 guys chilling, it's like some kind of underground fortress going on. I seen a video like that. This guy like puts his head out of the blind, puts his hand up, pulls down a goose out of the air. That's how many there are.
What the fuck?
Holy.
I'm thinking more like, all right, you
Crazy.
stick your hand up, you come back down, and it's like scratched up from the amount of assholes that are just flying through or coming down. And I'm like, no, he grabbed the whole bird and brought that bitch.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah, it's
Like,
pretty crazy.
holy shit, man. Dude, I don't. Like, do you just do it like it's just recreational, or is this kind of like this is my kind of thing? Like, I'm doing this.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, it's just
religiously.
recreation, just for me kind of thing. Like, it is a good way to, whatever, get away from the city and enjoy wilderness and all that kind of stuff. So, it's good.
I mean, I don't know. Next character comes to the game, Undying Goose.
Yeah.
The head or something like that, animation
Yeah.
where you're just fucking die. Like, why don't you fucking die?
Yeah.
Like, damn.
The head is like flopping off like this, you know.
The whole shotgun part. There you go. Boom. Oh my god. Mine holds 8, but it typically is just me and
Oh, sweet. Yeah, that's a nice big one.
I never been hunting. I've been camping back in the day where it was like where we didn't have cell phones back then, so it was like when you camped, you fucking camped because you weren't seeing the outside world. You're in the tent, you got to make your own shit, you got to go find your own shit, and it was a little rough, but you know, figured out how to kill a few things with a knife. I was still too young for the gun, but at least we get to look at the gun and be like, oh shit, you did murder that motherfucker. Okay, cool. Okay, cool, but nothing like that, man. Fucking yeah, I don't know. I hear waterfowl and I'm like, it brings up. I don't know. It just doesn't compute in like that. It just feels like either we're on a boat doing something or we're watching something. It doesn't say, I'm gonna shoot all these motherfuckers out of the air. Yeah, it doesn't really give that. And then you said it, and I'm like, well, this sounds fun. This sounds really fucking fun. This sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a lot of my buddies that like only hunt for big game. I'm trying to get them into the waterfowling because it's like, it's just so exciting. And, you know, compared to like for me, big game, I've had it where I've walked around for like hours and hours and hours and seen nothing. It just sometimes that's how it goes in hunting, right? So, yeah, ducks and geese is a lot more fun than that, I would say.
I mean, damn, dude. But like the specific. Okay, so I'm trying to think because I hear shotgun, but I know there's like so many fucking types. It's like I couldn't even tell you what the different types were, or whatever. Like, what specific one would you use, or whatever? Like,
yeah, realistically, for that type of like waterfowling, you'd want to have the longer the better. The longer it is, the more reach you're gonna have to knock them out of the sky, kind of thing.
So for sheer power and length of shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then for the grouse, like grouse are dumb. You can like walk around amongst the trees, and they might walk right up to you, and then you just let rip. I have a nice short barrel pistol grip home defender style shotgun. I love that for grouse hunting. It's just quick and awesome.
I like the way, like they're just dumb, and they just walk up to you, and you're just like, "Hi."
Oh yeah, I've had it where I came up to a tree where there was 3 of them. Boom, boom, 2 shots. The 3 of them are down. 3 more grouse fly onto the tree, same tree that I'm aiming at as I'm reloading. All right, I'll take them too. Let's go. Like your bag limit is only 5, so you're like trying not to hit one of them. You're like, okay. Yeah.
You're the lucky one, you poor bastard. You get to go away.
Tie those 5 birds onto your pack and keep going. You're done for the day. It's really nice and easy. I love grouse hunting.
I mean, I never did the hunting like that though. With those type of, it was either boom, you caught a squirrel or raccoon or something. That was it. Boom, but shooting them, especially if they're dumb enough to come up right by. I don't know. I picture like this small little thing just coming up to you, looking at you, and going, "What's up?" Okay. Oh well.
Yeah,
I'm
I've
just
seen
gonna
this
stay
funny.
Here and keep doing it.
Seen this funny thing in a hunting forum when somebody said, "How important is camo for hunting grouse?" And then somebody posted a picture of their truck door is open and the grouse is sitting on top of the door. That's how unimportant it is. They will fly. They will come right up to you and get right in your truck if you ask them nicely.
Oh my god. Well, I like, are they grouse? You say grouse, and I'm trying to, I've heard.
Yeah,
of it.
grouse is kind of like a chicken. It's kind of like a wild, small chicken. Trying to ptarmigan, or partridge. Those are kind of along the same lines. Or like a quail. Quails are a little bit different. Like they're not really indigenous here, but same type of birds, really.
Yeah, I don't know. I think like most animals, you hear a gunshot and they just go, fuck it, roaches, bam, they're gone. Nope. You're just like, nah, these motherfuckers just walk right back up again and like, well, you know, well, they lost their spot. If they're gone now, let me just jump in their spot. Oh shit, we're dead. Wow, that's fucking crazy. That would be somewhat enjoyable to see it. It'd be pretty fucking nice to be like, okay, cool. I just want to see them out of the sky. I really want to see like just one of them come down and then just fucking zombify and shit and be like, nope, not me, fucking die. You shot me. I don't give a fuck. So what? You can see through my neck. Big deal. I'm gonna keep on going, bro. Like, does it happen often or?
No, for me that's only happened once, but in bringing it up to other hunters, they have their stories as well. So I think it is a thing that does from time to time happen.
Have you eaten deer before? I've eaten deer before. It's a little rough if you're not used to it. It's a little rough.
Yeah, it's just like what I was saying with the goose. It's like if you're not accustomed to the gaminess of it, it would be an undesirable flavor. Like my brother, the first time he tried the wild duck, spit it right out. He was like, I don't want that. Then he's like, okay, I have to respect the animal. And then he, made a better attempt. but yeah, it's not like instantly like, oh, this is some good eating. It's not like that unless somebody prepared it really, really nice. Like I was saying with the, citrus or something like that.
To kind of ease them into it. Nope.
There's this wild game dinner that I go to sometimes that they have like a buffet. Cougar is one of the best tasting wild meats I've ever tasted in my life. A big old cat. It's delicious.
I mean, oh shit.
And most people that hunt them, they're not really keeping the meat. You can, for the most part, like get somebody to give you a cougar.
Yeah, never saw that on a fucking menu anywhere. Like, hey, you want some cougar?
Yeah.
No, I never saw that. But I mean, it's just like any other animal out there. But I mean, if it's prepared right, or at least it's you said wild, so they just basically just cook it to where. Yeah. Holy shit.
Essentially with like dogs and cats, like so, wolves, coyotes, cougar, anything like that, there's always this chance of this I don't want to call it something that it's not. I don't know if it's a disease or a virus or whatever called trichinosis. So essentially like thorough cooking of those type of meats is very important compared to something else, like a grazer, like a deer or elk or a moose or something.
Oh, this is not a PG rated chat, Gigabytes. The moment he said he was eating a cougar, I was waiting for one of you motherfuckers to say something. I said it under my breath. I'm like, oh shit, he said it. Somebody's gonna fucking pop out of nowhere and just say it. Like, oh, this is gonna take a fucking turn in a second. Somebody's gonna say it. I know somebody's gonna say it. And I thought it, and I was like, no, he's describing it. Let him describe the cougars. I've never seen it on a fucking menu. However, we tend to subscribe to go find that. The cougars are on the menu, depending how old you want to go. But I've tasted duck, and I had to get used to duck, but I haven't tasted wild duck. But duck is really, really just like, I don't know, just
heavy, right?
Ooh.
It's like
it's like not like stuck in your teeth steak or something. It was just different, and I was like, I really gotta chew this motherfucker. But it's not bad. It's just I really gotta chew this motherfucker. I feel like I'm working out just my jaw, trying to eat this fucking duck. Like, fuck. But
yeah, it's kind of crazy how heavy some of that stuff can be.
And then you just say, fuck it, we're going to go home. We're going to, prepare this shit. Boom, boom, boom. We're good to go. All right, just throw this shit in some Ziplocs. We'll eat the rest of it later.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the part where the workload is a bit more heavy. Like once you start breaking down the animals and like cleaning it and stuff, oh man, it can take a very long time. And if you don't know what you're doing, it can turn out pretty badly too. People can potentially waste a lot of meat.
Now, see, here's where the older cookers, and you put them to their rightful role of cooking and cleaning this shit while you were too busy hunting. Like, look, I'm gonna take a shower. You deal with this shit. I'll be back later.
Yeah.
Get that shit in the fucking thing there. But that could be pushed in a totally different direction. But wild fowl. I've never seen fowl anywhere either menu, but I mean, you could cook anything. It just depends on where you catch it. If you can catch it. Or if you can catch a zombified fucking goose or something. Shit, man. Dude, if you ever could, if it ever comes to it, I don't give a fuck. Just throw your phone to somebody and be like, dude, tape this shit. Just let me. I don't care. Fuck it. I don't care if the light is like just all over the place. Just so we can hear you going, this motherfucker won't die. He just won't die. I shot him twice. He just won't be dead. I think that would, you know what? That would probably gain you like a good fucking 100 people right away. They'd be like, this motherfucker's on stream right. Holy shit.
Yeah, my cousin came out to, because I wanted to show him what it was like for that reason. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to try to record you, getting some shots in. It was not successful. I like look at his footage. Basically, every time I'm like shooting, it goes like aiming up at the sky because he's getting all, whatever, scared of the shot itself, like the blast from the gun.
For that one, me being the audio visual guy and I'm the guy in the chair, so I'd be like, all right, you do what you gotta do. I'm gonna follow you with a fucking drone, and that drone's gonna follow you shooting in the air. So now, wow, now you can get those aerial shots.
That's another thing that would be awesome, but it's illegal. Drones.
What, it's illegal?
Are not allowed.
They're not allowed.
Drones with any type of hunting. Like it's seen as like an aid, right? So it's a potential to either harass the animal or indicate to you where an animal is, which is not allowed.
So
my buddy does have a drone though,
logical.
and the one time while I was hunting, unbeknownst to me, he went and like flew around and kind of had an aerial view of it. I was like, that's really cool, but don't do that when we're hunting, because if the cops come around here, it doesn't matter that I don't know you're doing that. It doesn't matter that you don't know it's illegal. Either way, we're both getting a ticket. So
yeah. Well, then fuck it. I'd be like, you know what? We're gonna have to have somebody climb up there and put that fucking camera on a tree. Put the camera up there. Go ahead, get a couple shots. Call it a day. We're going in somewhat direction, but yeah, I think. I mean, just. I'm thinking of it like in terms of like I guess like the cinematic view of it. Like you're down there, you're like da, but having that view of just like wow,
yeah,
you fucking missed.
Awesome.
Like shit, you missed though. You fucking missed. You could have had 4. You fucking missed. But he's gonna come back eventually. He'll come back.
Yeah, I was thinking it'd be awesome to like not even to assist, just have a drone following you around all day just to see all the shit you missed. Right? That'd be kind of fun.
I mean, yeah. That's why I was like, you know what? GoPro camera on your chest. It's like it's assisting me in case I die and you could tell what happened to me. That's what it's assisting me with. The drone, however, well, you're just being a selfish prick. But that does fall. It does follow some logic, so I get that part. It does fall a little bit. Where it's like, ooh.
Even like flying, if you just came off I think it's like helicopter, plane, or I don't know. It describes a few different air travel things. You have to wait 24 hours before you hunt. Just because it gives you potentially an advantage to see where the animals are.
Okay. I am trying to figure out the logic in this. If I just came off my nice little plane that flew over, I had to land this bitch, park this bitch, and then go over to the other spot. There is a possibility those fuckers could still be there. Probably Unless we know
most
really
likely
statistics-wise. Most likely not.
Yeah.
Only way I could see that being possible is if you jump out the fucking plane and land right there. Then I'd be like, well, now you landed on top of these assholes. That I understood. But like, okay, going across, you park it, you get in your car or whatever, and you take a...
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
Sounds
there's
little
not a
long.
whole lot of sense to it, but yeah, it is what it is.
However, kind of detours you from even contemplating it, so then it does sound a little bit more logical when you think, you know what, just don't fucking do any of it. They're basically telling you, just don't do any of it, get your happy ass down there, use your eyes, shoot the fucker, and then go home.
Yeah.
Pray
Yeah, part of
it's
it might even
dead.
just be because, you know, people do hunting tourism where they'll fly somewhere, so they just want them to stay an extra day, maybe. Who knows?
Shoot, man. I only thing I picture is like, you know, from some movies where they're just like, you know, just trying to hunt for a little bit, or they're, you know, somebody's taking out their kids or something, showing them how to hunt, and it's not too intricate or whatever. I'm trying to picture you just fucking oh well, this motherfucker just won't die. Oh, like, now I gotta go find him. But I'm picturing like the bird just coming down and you just hear poof. Like, yeah, this is gonna be, oh, that motherfucker ran away. Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
But it would be a good sight to see, like, or just even your face of going, this motherfucker just walked away. What the fuck? I wanted to eat tonight,
I think
you
I
poor
do.
bastard.
I'll have to find it, but I think I do have a picture of either me or my buddy holding it up, same like that other picture, except for there's no head. It's just like, yeah.
Yeah, I've never, you know what? It's never contemplated me to where, okay, because you've all, like, movie wise, show wise, you always see somebody shooting something, and then it's done. You either miss or it's dead. And in this, it's like, well, I did shoot a hole through it, just didn't fucking die. So,
Yeah.
How does that work? I don't know. I had to shoot that motherfucker 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, actually, I've seen it's a little bit off topic from what we were talking about, but I seen this article about this hospital that deals with a lot of gunshot wounds. It's in like one of the more violent parts of one of the major cities in the States there, and basically at this hospital they just stopped admitting gunshot wound like people with gunshot wounds because it's just way too much down there. But one thing that I was talking about is people see on TV that you shoot somebody and they're dead. That's like less than 1% of the time, it said. Less than 1% of gunshot victims die from their gunshot wound. It's crazy.
I live in Chicago. So, the amount of times you hunt is probably 10 times less than the amount of people that get shot here every fucking day. There is at least a shitload of it, and there's always somebody just accidentally getting shot. Shit happening. I've seen 2 or 3 of my cousins shot, and it's like, okay, what the fuck were you doing? Like, what the fuck were you doing? But it's just, and so many, and I think I know they still take people, but in the grapevine, because this hospital is in the hood and they get multiple gunshot wounds all the time, they tell motherfuckers, please don't, because the wait time is probably way longer than somebody that's come in for something that's truly an issue that they didn't cause themselves, or some type of violence.
Yeah, like somebody with a heart attack.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like, dude, go the fuck home. Just stay the fuck off the streets, you fucking idiot. Like, god damn. But
yeah, a few years back, I seen an article about Chicago where it showed riot police going through the streets on the weekend, and they said the reason was because over the last like 3 months at that time, over 60 people under 18 were getting shot every weekend. I was like, what? That's insane.
if the sun is, I can't even say if the sun is out because these motherfuckers will still do it now. But the numbers go a little bit higher when the sun is up. And some of these poor bastards out here don't give no fucks. They did it right on the beach, broad fucking daylight, and there's police on the fucking beach. Give no fucks. And it's like, well, glad I don't like fucking water and sand, so fuck this. Glad we weren't there, but god damn, like, I'm not saying
crazy.
I don't want COVID to happen again, but the first 4 weekends, there wasn't one shooting here when COVID started. When they said everybody needs to stay home and nothing, there was no shooting. Like, shit. Gang members ain't afraid of some gunshots and cops and shit. But COVID, they said, nope, fuck you. We're staying in the house, man. We're not dealing with this bullshit. We are staying in the house. Nothing's going wrong here. And I'm like, it took a fucking, well, I mean, if they really thought about it, like, hey, the whole planet basically shut the fuck down. So that must say something. But otherwise, Chicago, we see that shit on YouTube all the time or something where we'll see something where they got, the little clip. Oh, well, somebody got shot today. Somebody got shot at. Somebody got fucking robbed with a gun or whatever. But they caught him. All right, cool. You caught that one. But it's like, now I wish we could have a little bit more. We could have some hunters here that could, some of the idiots that are out there be treated like these fowl and these geese. Just take them off and be like, cool, it's good. Hey, fuck it. Yeah. I would love to see it, but no, it's not happening. That over here, you could use a drone. Use a drone over here. Can't use it over there, which I don't know. It makes sense now when you really think about it out there. Like, god damn, use your eyes, use your senses. You're looking to hunt, as they did back in the day. However, take a picture after it's fucking shot.
Yeah.
Take a picture after it's shot. Boom.
Yeah.
All right. Well, dude, it's getting dude. Fucking 2 hours. Holy shit.
It is getting pretty late.
Man. Yeah, got pretty fucking long there, man. Shit. All right. Well, it's getting around that time. If you guys got any other questions, ask them now. If not, I'm going to push out and say, hey, we're gonna get close to rapid fire questions. I will try to mix them up between Star Wars Galaxy Heroes and MSF. It's literally basically asking you just a quick question. Boom, just say whatever's off the top of your head, and whoever remembers it will give you shit later because somebody always gets upset with an answer. So it's like, desert island game. Ooh, that's not a bad one. So I guess what would be your go-to game if you were stuck on a desert island?
Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.
You got fucked. You got beat on that one. Ooh, all dressed or ketchup chips? Ooh,
all dressed, I think.
I don't understand your guys' fascination with this shit. All right, you know what? Okay, so another streamer, he's in MSF. He's called Cleaning Agent. He's from Canada. We exchanged some condiments, some stuff there, some bags of chips, some candies and shit, and he sent the ketchup and the all dressed chips. And I looked at it, I'm just going, what the fuck is it? Like, I don't understand this. What the fuck?
Oh,
I've
you
never
guys
seen
don't
it.
have
No.
You guys don't have. I know you guys don't have
No.
ketchup, but you don't have all dressed either.
No, we've had ketchup.
Okay.
I've never tasted them, but I've never seen all dressed. So I'm just like, what
really?
the fuck is this? And it's like,
Yeah, all dress
okay.
is like one of the original chip flavors back in the day. Like they essentially just said, "Hey, here's all our flavors. Let's throw them together." That's all dress.
He's like, here you go. Here's everything, and you just enjoy it. And I was like, I kind of don't like all of them. I just want maybe one or two. And I was like, the ketchup ones were pretty okay. It was just the smell of ketchup. It didn't really taste too much like. And I was like, I could deal with that. That's like, okay, if I ate a hot dog and some ketchup fell on it, big fucking deal. Okay, I'm still gonna eat the fucking chip. But the all dressed ones, I was like, it's like a flavor explosion. I was like, I'm not really ready for it. Like, nah, it's not my thing. And coffee crisp, I hate coffee with a passion. Fucking hate it. I don't like the smell of it. My wife has it every now and then, and I'm like, fuck you, stay over there. You're on the other side of the house. I don't like you. Coffee crisp, however, Holy fuck, man! I'll drown those
Not
motherfuckers.
bad, eh?
Yeah. Shit, man! And like the smell was, it was there, but it wasn't as, just it wasn't. I would say for me, I usually say if I smell something that's really really rambunctious, I'm like, it's loud. It's fucking loud. I can smell it from here.
Yeah.
But it wasn't overpowering or everything. But I was like, fuck, man! I'm really digging this coffee crisp. This is some shit. Can't tell people I hate coffee anymore. This is some bullshit. But I tore up that coffee crisp like there was nothing else, man. But
nice.
Some of your guys, there is a definite difference between your guys' M&Ms and ours.
Oh yeah. I did know that, and also you guys get a lot more flavors than we do too.
Well, those flavors are all intensified by the amount of bullshit that they can put through you, and hence, a few of our fucking stomachs either explode or our fucking something gets into us where we're like, wow, you guys don't get sick as much? I wonder why. Maybe there's no yellow 5 up there for you motherfuckers. You guys actually say, no, it's bad for you. Not happening up here.
Yeah, to some degree, maybe.
Well, he
Not
sent me
fully,
a couple of, a lot of them, like I was reading the ingredients and I was sitting there like, I taste the difference. I full-blown taste the difference between these candies. Like, we have them both, and I'm like, oh, you're missing some artificial flavors, which means they're probably bad for you. Guess this country isn't too fucking smart. Let's not kill our own people, but whatever. It is what it is. All right, well, Letterkenny or Trailer Park Boys?
Trailer Park Boys, for sure. Do you know those two shows?
No fucking clue.
Oh,
neither.
Man. So funny, both of them. For me, Trailer Park Boys is more like my era, like as far as like started airing when I was a teenager, whereas Letterkenny's more recent. I want to say maybe 6 years ago it started, something like that. So, yeah, it's funny as well, just not my generation. So yeah, Trailer Park Boys for me.
Is it kind of like, is it like a like a comedy type?
There's no way to really explain it except for watching it, because like, yeah, there's nothing out there that even compares really. It's like, I don't know. It's awesome. Comedy.
Now
like
you're making
comedy.
me want to
Like,
yeah, all right.
Definitely check out Trailer Park Boys. Like,
I got a pen
is
here.
also
Let me write
funny,
this shit down.
But like, Trailer Park Boys is awesome.
Can you? Okay, all right. If you're leaning towards The Office or Reno 911. Okay, yeah. All right, Trailer Park Boys. Guess I'll be watching something on Monday during a meeting. Cool. Fuck those meetings. Fuck those meetings. I'll be watching something. Yeah, I mean, there's always some shows that we talk about and we're like, nobody knows it, but then we're like, I really don't know how to describe this shit. Don't know. Yeah. It's just like, it's funny or it's really good or something, but then it's like, ooh, would you even know how I would compare that? Probably not. So I'll check it
always
out,
surprises me how many people do know Trailer Park Boys. Like, lots of people from the States will be like, yeah, that Trailer Park Boys is awesome. I'm like, whoa, you know what? Crazy. That's awesome. Because it's like, it just seems like such a small Canadian thing, but it's got sort of a cult following, so to speak.
So it's a cult. If it's got a cult following, usually a lot of the movies or shows that have cult followings are probably some of the better shows, and they just get, the critics, they just don't, they want to be so in line or PG or whatever, or something along the status quo. It's like you're not really getting either the honesty or the hilariousness of this fucking show. So right. I think that makes me go,
towards the end of it, they started adding in like big cameos, like Snoop Dogg's on there, and like a bunch of different cameos. So yeah, it's worth checking out for sure. Okay,
all right. Well, since we didn't get too many more of them, and we got that what is that? Rickism?
Yeah, Rickyisms. It's like so there's a character that just really speaks really dumbly, and he like mixes different cliches together and stuff, and it's pretty awesome.
I'm glad you left it. You explained it, but left it super vague. So cool. It'll make me go fuck yeah. So if I show up and stream again, I can just go Rickyism. I think it's gonna be a long conversation there for that one. Hopefully I'll try not to do it during a Grand Meter match here. Not like, oh shit.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna pop off with the rapid fire questions so we wrap this up for a bit. So I'm gonna ask you 10 questions. You go ahead and say the first answer that comes to fucking mind, and we go from there. So I usually ask this as a funny one. Oh shit, fucking gnomes. All right, I'm only gonna ask this because gnomes popped it in there, and he was asking earlier, but he left out. Like I said, I ask it, preferencing the fact that we have some eccentric characters in our community, and they always ask this question because, like I said, Taco Shooter, he is an awesome streamer, but they ask some of the questions that are off the wall, and that question is, do you eat ass? And you can answer it or not answer it, or just move on to the rapid fire questions.
Yeah, of course I do.
Is it a cougar? Is it a wild cougar? Could it be a wild cougar?
When I first heard that
fowl?
expression, eating it like groceries, I'm like, damn, I've been doing it wrong this whole time.
You definitely would. The sense of humor would definitely go over with the happy hour type of thing. When they have it, I will definitely message you and be like, dude, just tune in for like 10 minutes, and you'll get the live of it. And Taco's very cool about bringing in new other content creators and stuff like that, so they get the feel of it and be like, oh wow, holy shit, because they're very. I mean, he's a very, very, very interesting fellow, and he's so fucking awesome. It's ridiculous how cool he definitely can be. But I'm glad it pleased you, Gnome. I'm glad it pleased you. So we'll start with that. But we'll go ahead with the first question, which would be, which is the best moon bitch? Moon Dragon, Moonstar, or Moon Knight?
Wait, what's this? I feel like I don't know all the options. Who is it?
Moon Dragon, Moonstone,
Moon Knight,
or Moon Knight.
Oh yeah. Moon Knight.
Not bad. So who would you consider the best galactic legend?
Jabba the Hutt.
I'm trying to picture him right now, and I'm just going, well, didn't he just get released too?
Yeah. Well, no, he's like a year old or so.
Year old,
approximately.
I still like Wampa.
I actually almost have Jabba the Hutt. It's pretty awesome. I can't wait. Takes up 2 slots.
Ooh.
They call it a enormous unit.
Fuck. Really, yeah, there you go. There you go. Somebody's gonna jump all over that shit. That was a double one too. That was a double fucking pun. That was beautiful. Both of them were double puns, so shit. Holy fuck. All right, so fuck, man. That was good. Jabba is an APOC level grind. So which one is better your fancy? Doom or Dorm?
Doom. I think Dorm is more strong and more viable and useful and all that stuff, but I just love Dr. Doom. He's always been awesome. Such a cool dude.
Do you prefer the actual character PV, the character fighting, or the ship battling?
It's tough. I like both, but I think ships have the slight edge just because it's so unique and so different from other Hero Collector games.
Yeah, there's not many that really do like a ship battling thing. It's like, oh shit, you get 2 for the price of 1, and it's like,
yeah.
But
Like
I really don't
the
want a
hero
game.
the character battles is literally in every hero collector game ever made, right? So
But now you got ships. It's like, okay, cool. And then the fact that you could go ahead and it's like interactive background too, because the other two main ships that you have interact with you, and it's like, well, holy shit. So not just this one, we got that one as well. So not too bad. Which, oh fuck man, this is kind of a long question because there's a shitload of them. But which is your favorite Captain America?
Ah, man, I don't know. I'm more like more Team Iron Man, really. But
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I'm
but
fine with that. I'm
oh
fine with
man, I
that.
don't know. Yeah, it's tough for me because yeah, it's not a character that I ever really loved, so to say. So yeah, I don't know.
Why you don't like Invader Captain America? Come on, man.
I like using the character. The kid is great. I just
The kid is great.
he's
The
not. Yeah,
animations are cool, but
yeah, I
you
do like
didn't
where he
ask
brings in
for
the
them.
tank and stuff. It does look pretty cool.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll say that. I'll
that's
say
pretty
that one.
interesting.
Invader. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, then we'll go
Although
with
he
that.
does look ugly.
He does. He does.
Yeah.
He does. Nobody asked for him. Nobody wanted him. But if you had to say, since we'll pivot to that one, which one is your best Iron Man?
I think regular Iron Man. Yeah, only because Zombie Iron Man, I didn't bother gearing him past whatever to get his abilities up because he's kind of doesn't really need it.
Yeah, he doesn't need it, but
Zombie
he's
Iron
like,
Man
okay.
is cool.
Yeah, he is cool. He's cool, but it's like, I really wanted, OG Iron Man to do something. You made legend, but legendary, but and then you got Infinity War, which is like, this is really cool, but movie-wise, 5 years too late. Canon-wise, technically it just happened, so it's like, but not a lot of people attribute to that to saying, hey,
Yeah.
the movie did happen in 2023. Holy shit.
But yeah, also
remembers.
I'm fairly casual player, so although I do have him, I haven't invested in him at all yet because I don't have the rest of the team. So yeah.
I will say they are fun to play with in raids. Fun to play. They're just fun. Visually wise, some of the animations are fucking cool, and it's like, yes, this is cool, but I don't want them to turn into web warriors. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's sometime this year, like I want to say 3-4 months ago is when I finally got my Bionic Avengers online. So I'm like, oh yeah, just in time for a new raid team to replace them. Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, we just got Pegasus, and Incursion 2 is right around the corner. Like, I swear to God, if you fuck this up again and make us just go, no, we can't use Pegasus, like, you're killing me here. You're killing me here. So, which is the best pre-taunter? Drax, Red Guardian, or Absorbing Man, which we call Sticky?
I would really love for it to be Drax, but unfortunately I don't think it is.
Oh, my bad too. Yeah, Zombie Jug. Yeah, he's it's pretty tough.
Yeah.
Technically, yes. Technically, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, I think I have to go with Zombie Jugs.
Well, when you open your game today, when you open your game today, you should have a beautiful in-game mail that will more than likely unlock that motherfucker for you for their recent screw up in this stupid ass event.
Yeah, where the nodes were giving half or whatever, or costing double but giving regular.
Yeah, and it's like, okay. Plus, free to play is barely even getting it. And it's like, I gotta core the node and then core the energy. No. It should be. if it's free, if you're free to play, like totally free to play, if you were to unlock them like a day or two before the event ends because you're recording, you're recording the energy just enough to get the nodes done, I could see that. But you gotta core the nodes, then the energy, and then hopefully you get it. No. Just seems very unfriendly. But
it's better than last year when they said that Zombie Iron Man was going to be required to get Nakia, this new powerful Wakandan character. And then I ended up spending on it because I didn't reach the requirement that they said it was going to take to get Nakia. And then they took away the cheap packs. So I only really needed like 10 shards or something. They took away the cheap packs. All that was left was like $80 Canadian pack. So I bought that just because I'm like, I don't want to miss out on Nakia. Turns out Nakia doesn't use that character at all for events, so that was pretty sweet.
Yeah. Seems a little shady by Scopely. So I guess I'll lead that into the next question. This is kind of like it's subjective fully because it's like, hey, you get to choose because you've gotten more experience with Capital Gains, but you still are around Scopely too to see their fuck ups. Which one do you think handles the fuck ups better, Capital Gains or Scopely?
Yeah, it's kind of tough, but Scopely I think kind of sort of takes the win on that. Even though I think they fuck up a little bit more often, they compensate you, which is something Capital Games has never ever done, not once.
Never? They just say fuck it?
Not ever. If they screw up, they say, sorry guys, we screwed up, and that's it. Actually, that's not true. One time they gave us 3 Clone Wars Chewbacca shards. This is kind of a meme that they do whenever they give us free stuff. He's like the first character that you get in the game, so yeah, they kind of do that as like a joke, but in this case, it was not very funny.
Kind of like Green Hulk. Green Hulk everywhere. Green Hulk, Green Hulk,
right,
Green
yeah.
Hulk. Here you go. Here's your free Wolverine shards. There you go. That's what you want.
Yeah.
Here's the big one that I'll end the night off with, and it's literally just your favorite, whichever one you want. But people will let you know what's up. Which one you think is the best finisher? You got the Icarus 2-tap, the Kang Bang, Hela with the spikes coming up, or the Thanos snap.
Yeah, that's tough. Those are some really great animations. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with Hela. I don't know why. I don't know. Something about it. That's such a cool animation. My favorite though,
like, all up, like boom.
My favorite actual finisher animation though is Death by Bleeds. Like when they just collapse. It looks boom, so good. Like in Galaxy of Heroes. In Galaxy of Heroes, when they die from say dots or whatever detrimental effect, they just kind of like turn into like a hologram and disappear. In MSF, they actually seem to like go limp and like the legs fall out from under them.
Like, boom, done.
It looks so good.
That's fucking cool. I never even seen that. I never noticed that when they just, when the effects hit on Galaxy Heroes where they just poof, gone. Like that's it. Like
yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. Holy shit. That is pretty. Yeah. Oh, I forgot about Robbie's backing. Oh yeah, Robbie backs up a card into you. That's some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he backs up a fucking card and he was like, "Ooh, okay." Oh yeah, the damage over time and then the bleeds. They're essentially the same thing, but I've never noticed that they turn into holograms and just disappear. I never noticed that. Wow, makes me want to push the thing on it, but then again, it is what it is. Two totally separate games, but two totally interesting along the same type of game. So it is what it is. But Swampgrass, dude, this has been a fun couple hours, man. Time flies when you're having some fucking fun. If you guys don't already know, Swampgrass does stream out Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and he does MSF as well. His link will be in the chat right now. So, poof, there you go. Please go check him out. Go give him a follow. Go ahead, let him know what's happening over there. He is in, I believe you said gold, right? For Crucible?
Yeah, gold 2.
Yeah, gold 2, and then next week we'll all be like 85 leagues lower because Scopely doesn't know how many points they're all gonna reduce us to. So it's like, whatever. It is what it is. But dude, like you said, your streaming time has been cut down, but you're normally between, like you said, 6 and 9.
Yeah, 6 to 9 Eastern, usually Monday to Friday, and then Monday through Wednesday for Cosmic Crucible right after the Galaxy of Heroes. So usually 9 p.m. ish Eastern to whatever 10, 11, something like that.
All right, and then cool, man. Is there anything else you want to let the peoples know out there, man?
Just the podcast. Make sure you guys check out the Shadow Collective podcast. I think this Saturday we will have an episode, and yeah, it's just talking about Star Wars. If you guys like Star Wars, it's not about gaming. It's not about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. It's not about any of the. Well, I mean, we do talk about, you know, the new games that are coming out and stuff like that, but it's generally just Star Wars news and nerding out about theories and Star Wars and stuff. So. Good
we all know you guys are fucking nerds, so go fucking somebody's gonna go check it the fuck out. Just nerd out. It's a place to nerd the fuck out some more besides here. But hey, it is what it is. But dude, man, thank you for coming on, man. It's been a blast talking to you. Obviously it's a blast with all those fucking geese. Fuck them.
yeah.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
But dude, we gotta hook up together because I do remember like I said, I do play Galaxy Heroes every now and then, but it's just like far in between. But I do enjoy some of the content for it, and I wish it would come over somewhat to MSF, but they just don't fucking listen. They don't want to listen. I don't know why. But go check them out, guys. Go give them a follow, whatever. If you can, subscribe as well. But oh my god, this motherfucker. Told you, man. Just later it gets, man. Some of the fuckers just come out the woodwork and shit just goes out the blue, man. Just keeps coming, man. I do see what you did there, Gigabytes. I do see what you did there. That's some funny shit there. But dude, it's been a blast having you, man. I will be right back, chat. I'll probably talk to Swampgrass for a minute or whatever, but you guys probably won't hear us. But until the next one, y'all, I'll be right back. It's Zero Cool and Swampgrass rolling out.
Yeah.